121. The Mamunina Chi Eba and none of pay program ye and so. Emraso no me no ni bepe jemu agudemu nsem free enra. UEFA Champions League matches are baso result pepe free mu by and the fallout. And in some would P World Cup preparations. Any playoffs, Nina no ya bobano, I de bro and anope Iran. Emano and some no latest any other stories. Tony Montana Bobo Ninano Eddie Ebre Mamuninachi Eba program is 05515999933 05515999933 and no any WhatsApp line no for messages no for so Emre 05932315579 and also about the videos no na ene midweek edition of Midfield Action Kessben television airborne Tony Montana at the same
Nyame adom award win and passion ahon so
Nyankopadom pa ade Tony I'm record radio
ya ma sheme kakra
sir Mrs. Kessben or the one just no man
or the ho ya agim
sir
na on say ye tunufu bia
Mrs.
and then bia ye huhu no ya keka
Mrs. Zunim say ode asem no ka ho a ye hu hwenyi na ye de wanim ferry ne ade no ne ye jim ye ka kire say abna fusu ade ne ka ya on say wa no ji un say ma ujim so they say the last person abna fusu ya edini sim police sergeant police ni betra wa be gini sika uti ya na mse case no ujim suffocate de nsema be nyina sala ma ya odo sejo odo yenyai odo ebe ya ka yenya so no no why misro ozo otu nurse su dia odi empacho
me hu so no mum na hia chiri yeah de me hu no
asemi no ka
me hu se ma ya na hia chiri
o se chiri se
on so afre meeting on suffocate
ma ya na teori yes
ma ya na teori
Mrs. Kessben to no suffocate Mickey ne Mickey ara Samedu Bachi hey
nti obi hu abena fosu anso ho no
hey
Sami P2 ndi abena fosu a ajiwa
omo fa ho plans Mrs. Kessben sorry
ti omo ye meeting we no so for mompaye
na so for na bompaye okay keke na bompaye
so for na bompaye ti so for nyambre no ti na fon kakra
yes keke
ma ye boninsen na video ya shock me pa I shock me pa
with the high power there you power your whole plans are no more father
na so for say
Mrs. Office no
Mrs. Office no
and I'm fire who plans.
I'm fire who plans.
I'm I come once more.
Aye. No cross on my account.
I do one soon send me a bahada. Okay.
Hey. Yeah, two crowd.
Yeah, P2 so story. What's business interest or mobile buyer?
No.
Tell me much you. This is how I come home some na my from in our office.
Aye. And also come.
Make I say a customer crowd won't send be
breeze. And now,
oh my God! The umpire removable.
The umpire. Just say after successful meeting, also official.
Just the soften a umpire. Me
soften a umpire.
Just. Monsieur. But we are seven could do in the interest. Would you interest?
But my ancient in Sabbath. Yanana Casa.
Boys, so for kick and pay who did me your queen wonder. Okay,
flat. So for
pay a sort of money D and so for the yam me at
watching the Fuma
video. No way.
Or say I do slow pie also.
There are several doing the Tony interest in there, interest.
But Yenya Fatu on said, you won't go in Canada.
Be more fire. Hey,
and the software threatened.
Meeting who are in a leaky abasaro. All right, the
first baby cameras for honor.
Yati. Hey, I'm great.
With our CP award winner. And then I quada ye meant for any I for quabani too far. Ye when some so uncle for a close so a best shall say every enra at the fair far Galatasaray on all trust no ye Emma Victor Osimhen enra or me erecting Osimhen ne ma me tea for Kasepa. Mamma no free mu na omo edition in Munyam na Osimhen na very emotional before kickoff. Wa park no so UEFA Anthem no airborne Osimhen bonania na aye nisio tata Galatasaray omo all trust no a special tribute Emma Victor Osimhen ne ma me a wonya no baby call enra dwumede ne call so kama me bibia enso am ekowie nkonimdie Emma Galatasaray omo tenafie ehye kabako the only goal appear no and I hear her our Kessben television so na yenya to boase remu dientia na Osimhen no very passionate, very emotional. Sir Osimhen na maame no wa bre e won ho pa. Ye no Osimhen e di nkomo ye ntie nsem akra. Osimhen di tudwa e fa ne life e football mu and ne family ho.
I'm grateful to God that I'm where I am.
Now I'm very emotional. And my time, Galatasaray for an erected T for here, our Kessben televisions. None of my air, not yen, you know. My many free and Osimhen or struggle or brepa. Now, almost 7 in the room. Now, my many from now was up a panel, Eddie Manson, in an tuna bet enough for also a bokwine, and my baby a quiney, now family in that baby. Etimi survive until Osimhen sister no kwa okasa na ani show tata very emotional said ye hear our Kessben television so na enra Liverpool amodi ncho no game no afterwards Mario Lamina onya the only goal Emma Gala win first leg no or say return leg omo be call Anfield na omo ko shock Liverpool twice and na season omo no mabo omo ehu omo no aduro enche second leg na ba so omo ba England abe qualify Mario Lamina.
Really tough to play against them. Congratulations, because we put really a hard work on it, and hopefully we're going to go in Anfield and give our best and win. You know.
And also in your Galatasaray career,
the goal scorer, a really night, you know, Emma and I hear our Kessben television. So Ryan Gravenberch, I Liverpool, I'm a midfielder, also on there, or GDS Anfield, and Yema Ebesesa, Emma Liverpool mum and your qualification. Ryan Gravenberch.
Of course, look, we play at home, we play at Anfield, we need offense, and yeah, then it will be a different game again. Of course, we are 1-0 behind, but I think we can turn it around. 100%. I think at Anfield with offense.
Ryan Gravenberch, Liverpool, Midfield, and then 18 and Kano, Enra, Atletico Madrid, Tumure, Omoche, Tottenham, Eshomo by 5 goals to 2. And first, I got to the Eba, you know, Onya winning game. Emma Tottenham, my club, no. The last 6 matches are Spurs abono among Elusu in all competitions. Atletico, Eshomo 5-2, Enra before Enra, no. Now Crystal Palace, Aquashomo 3-1, Fulham, Ashomo 2-1, Arsenal, Ashomo 4-1 in the North London derby, and then Newcastle, Shomo 2-1, Man United, Eshomo 2-0. The Bay and Spurs, ebe winning game. Enra, woto, I'm considering, no, and yeah, our Kessben television. So, Antoine Griezmann, Onya go, Emma Atletico, one of the 5 goals, no, or say omo target and summer rich finals of the Champions League, na Copa del Rey, omo ever finals, no trophy, no, omo enso etimi eje. Na Atletico Madrid, omo supporter back, and Radoye no Jobian sem game no cost no first half, na Atletico, LED 4, you hear say, found no, was stadium ho, or yet sandwich, just a game no, above warmer. More Kessben television, so more in Facebook, yeah, social media, no way I Atletico Madrid supporter was stadium ho already a game no 4 there. Not just say we nana air into sandwich and also a year ever stadium ho. Decision back no be a can once a goalkeeper Anthony Kinski. On the started Emma Tottenham 16 minutes and I got to the uni free move because I am from Swamienu Emma considered 3 goals as early as the first 15 minutes of the game. Now Anthony Kinski, the errors non and a man called 4P Eka Honsem, a bit more our divided opinion, a bit more say coach I am from Swasen or starting no, a bit more say Wanya de Wabugo keeper na bem say first 60 minutes of the game, not what change a goalkeeper. All free mono. Atletico Madrid fans, Ebomonsem Emano, goalkeeper no one to bench straight and a call dugout, a call dressing room, Enra, ye free mampe, one to bench, and a call dressing room, be at an adventure, and so but Ray Paula, a former Arsenal player, or say a horrible decision. and a coach I got to do or take ye mobientie Ray Paula.
Bottle up as a footballer is confidence. Their confidence is low. They make mistakes. You have to rely on the manager to stay calm and for the manager to make the right decisions. That was a horrible decision. I said before the game, I said he's a bit erratic. You know, this is a big game.
A horrible decision. Ray Paula and I got to say, if it's so coachy 15 years and year, Sadia see and Rano, it be Anthony that say Yabo game. Now 16 minutes or in the goalkeeper free mo. It be Anthony that Thiago, I go on the church mo de mai.
Think it was necessary to preserve the guy, preserve the team. Incredible situation, nothing to comment. You see, it was before the game right choice to do, right choice to do in the moment like we are, with pressure on Vicario, another competition. Tony is a very good goalkeeper, so it was for me right decision. After happened this, of course, it's easy to say that it was not right decision. So I explained to Tony also, we're speaking after, you know, he's right guy and good goalkeeper. Unfortunately happened.
Where I got to the manager Emma Tottenham and a stretch was before kick-off near the right decision. Game no question who said there be goalkeeper them M1 and oh yes answer. Another panel be sure yeah. Say a Christian Romero signing Emma Spurs. On the mom and you couldn't concern coach no say coach you goalkeeper no free mo because and from so now oh you know what my ain't sharing too much into moment in any captain Emma Spurs Christian Romero na a bar coach no say goalkeeper no one more into onion film a whopper and a goalkeeper no a free mona fe coach no say Vicario one started any warm up or yeah warm up you pay na okoyini free mo yentoa so e wo enra game e ba so e wo England Newcastle and Barca omo e ball draw 1-1 Newcastle na a strike first no e Harvey Barnes nemum last minute and a Barca enya penalty man Lamine Yamal convert here ma e canon enso eteye Ronald Araujo e from so goaler Barca consider say we finish position one referee no e argument pa na no ana Thierry Henry say ah we leader we very inspirational e wo chiri ho the antina say only concentration now we didn't come on our park and so Thierry Henry and after the game one fact Ronald Araujo and one channel cry.
And I want to start with this. I want to show you Araujo. That was the right back on the night. He's out. We all know he's going to leave after that, injured, after obviously the goal of Harvey Barnes. But it's very important to show you that because he's not going to be where he's supposed to be. As you can see, he's there, right? Newcastle is on the ball. So you're away from home, you are struggling, you're not playing well. Lamine Yamal is nowhere to be seen at the moment. So Rafinha is there playing as a right back. And if you roll it slow here now, look at the communication. Your holding midfielder now wants to go centre back, but he's talking to Rafinha. What's happening? Meanwhile, he's still not back. He could have sprinted at that moment and go back in position, but look now.
Sorry, Henry and I fire Ronald Araujo. Harvey Barnes on your first goal. Hema Newcastle match Newcastle 1-1 or say twice no many Barca abo or more any Barca or more 8 points and rank any penalty now. Come on your win second leg. Or me capable some team about Spain abe Barca form and so Ephraim way so ani yegina na ya dan ho aba. Ye kopem san so ye beto aso nkofo close on some very soon.
Yeah, say obenya bie na on so anonom na etimi aboa no sa ebro nwa so ye ka ho asemi Cement Vital Herbal Mixture ene ne capsules no eye aduru a ye aduma wontini mu eduru uyo obi a sabi o mema sem eda fom tinkaja bema ne ntimi man mu so kra bema ne ntimi mpega no ho uye bema sabi woni obehiem na sisia no waje mu a nso eduru ye kanfo de ama o eduru ye eduru a ebeboa ma wontini na etimi asore gina so ebe mamoja de fusane wo obema no mama obema na timi asore agina so yie na watimi abo aduma na ama o piafo obi bia sabi oni atenka so yo ba so ye bema wuhia edro Cement Vital Herbal Mixture and Capsules anemna ne de agan ni bi kona koto binom watenka ayira na te kokra kona koto edro ni bi nanom na obehu sabi edro no esi ye aduma sifa afei wuye ne to nchen sabi obi wo hono ma fichikom o how pa kese pa so yo ba na wo kom fichire na se wo menses na ma ebeyi a edu ebeboa wo cements vital herbal mixture kona koto aduro no binom be ma mfiti ko no bibia kama de amount afa so wote yaw o mfiti ko mu a aduro beboa wo cements vital herbal mixture and capsule afa so obi won ma sabi wa ko jane nan no na moja di akire we oba na otisa de bia hu moja no tieniye pa se moja no ye gon bright red we no ka se bright red a na say do betima abo ma moja ni nyina to atwa e de ama okra afa so obi so a sabi ne to ase twetwe no we ni kan say sciatica wo sciatica eduro betima abo ama yaw ne twetwe na wo ni nyina etimi ati akokra no eye agan cements vital herbal mixture and capsules eduro no eye adwuma wontini mu na enuane mu bi wo eduro wo mu a eboa pa ye friend nitric oxide say nitric oxide no unya eba oni paduama enti bi emu asi enti na akantare ba bebiem ba be hu ntini ama ntini metuna da wo modie etime de apusane usisi ena ya ye neurotransmitters a sonifri adwen no ho ena eba eno na se obi te yawa na se pains bi mu a na sa neurotransmitter no etime aba beboa ama pain na se yaw no etime akofom edwei ewo nyane bi wo mu a it means neurotransmitter your friend endorphin na sa endorphin ne pa se usisi ena ya oja jawo na wote no e wo usisi mu no edwei e ba be stop ni nyina yisu dopamine na be yi jawo ni nyina afiri wo ko e de amount enti se usisi yo ya edwei wo so no e ya agan cements vital herbal mixture and capsules edwei adi award yenim de ye ka ho asem no 2022 best waist pain product of the year 2023 edwin Saji award FSC ade ho 2024 ye Saji ni musa afie di animu nyina so ye be Saji award no wo ye bema na wo pese unyina so no gina so peme wa bla wo be no maduro no sima credit a fe number no a e screen ase no wo fe number na ye be no be kasa kama ni ato se do be sia no maduro no na emi metumi aboa ama bibia ye kama ma afa so ba bia be nya bia to no ye di good screen so na mom tie ni ye pa se wo kumase ene ne pattern wo store wo person to be ton a ba bia e di kan PFA pharmacy New Road Junction wana PFA pharmacy o store kese a wo be nya be bia tu ho no akwakoton afa Colinac ewo Ashtown oni Dani Herba wo nyina wa Ashtown ko ho Fredimens eso okay o ono so be ma bia to afezo Sambora ewo Kabetia Gate 3 no opposite pe edwin edra ba beboa eyi sa ho hawo nyina afi wa kwa ma enti pedi achi kwan to agan a etrese ejan no pedito na enkotote e ma na so nya wa ho den pepepe edama
again cements vital dropa mo me nyere ntumu so na ye nyabe no ma ebeboa yen yie papa yen to so ewo enra demolition exercise course ewo Bergamo Atlanta elusu ofie Dominic trash omo by 6 goals to 1 Michael Olise ono na enya man of the match no very influential very instrumental ewo enra modern mo Dominic amodan di ewo Italy all the 6 goals Dominic commercial here and a follow woto said our Kessben television so enra Bermoni come enya heavy results scoreline am return leg no e mere formality and not even with that Hurricane omo enya adesa step up ama goals no eba na Nicholas Jackson no so eyini de enso efiri mu Jackson at the end of the season oye Chelsea fan na obepe someone fan mra oye upgrade over Liam Delap and Pedro Porro and Pedro Moana and answer Chelsea or Antonio Enra or no ni go no and our Kessben television. So Michael Olise say Bayern Munich a big club into all targets and it's a Champions League, Domestic League, German DFB Pokal, all trophies and so ebetimi aje and then games no air twice so about 8 Paris Saint-Germain ebe host Chelsea ebe revenge and as ebe repeat obe car FIFA Club World Cup finals across no Chelsea and the trophy no every PSG enso ensem Bradley Barcola ono a PSG a player or say omo ebe try na omo ahye Chelsea ewo omo ankasa omo on way omo nim some match no anya fala enye easy ebe difficult there then so omo be hye osinko 4 ka say revenge also there be we anya revenge match because enye the same competition and omo Asia omo for FIFA Club World Cup this time Champions League into omo there omo call for win not necessary say omo be revenge defeater omo suffer here and so ewa America Luis Enrique Enra walk on central for shemu owura room hono ohu nipa doma abalo no I very much surprised nti coach no wo bie na no say hey any other teams bar ma pressure ma numbers no enkosro enti moment coach no dressing room na owura press conference hono no ana yehwe odu hono shocking because central for media no all over obia ebepe coach na numasem enso etie wase match no ebe den na so trust Paris Saint-Germain ene game no first leg omo ebe wini Liam Rosinia ebo PSG abaso say omo club omo stay very consistent from say omo the Champions League club World Cup finals na season league no omo lead there nanso ene man ko said the PSG for no ene match no a big game onimomo pa because no so coach Strasbourg were facing PSG several occasions our league ni mu ene Chelsea ebe for win our first leg na baso onim say William Estevao ne ho antimi Antoniti ene match no wontimi embo oye ruled out match we park Chelsea benya na ka omo darling ball no won 10-10 wa ho a na ka oye adwuma no can have it ene a homecoming emanu because Leverkusen na emanu platform kesiye pa ene we face the former club game no 5:45 early kickoff can have it already we share numerous faces we know more that old faces familiar faces in ene there exciting game so no ebe share the former club ene all eyes on Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo making the debut in the Champions League. Ghana, yen support no echo edi ama Semenyo na obe making the debut the famous Santiago Bernabeu. Na yen Man United for aso ye. Matheus Cunha say Man United a sleeping giant. And the players we decided say omo revival the old United because omo a bigger club. Omo here some qualify for the Champions League na omo winning titles since United team no a club as one omo so nya bre pass omo be back to level United esse na efata I would know that Roman for focus on sem no we eso an ye gina na
all right Montana de Tony yemfa NC ha na yentwa so ema manfo na me who say oh signal me say oh bibi I don't know time no call dey assembly
on say me very fair very fair
assembly Tony
atokwa na matunu fo
yeah
news reporter
okay
obojuma pa be all angles obeko na Enra Hello FM reporter na odani bungum so na yene ba so oboase
oh that come na no pattern na osu
ato enim boy ne pa because on no call assignment be brave nti ato na
esu za boy reporter or Kessben okay
and the colleague go Hello FM film nti ayi no ko bi
nti na ye hwe video
na dey ato drew hon osu ye pattern be bia
I'm so nobody close
very very close or penalty pa na few moments later ebeba nti say do dey ye mbie video
na
ye hwe kakra
ato kwam na no
ato ni after soon no
and oba bi din sare na nam ne kokoso no
nti ya she video na say do dey ye ntie kakra
okay
ntie kakra
Community center no baby this is here akona hon ejuma bomo siade bomo moite enani
A few moments later
so the mayo ngin maybe Maybe in a minute. As you
seriously.
Hey, Ato, baby, I will be anon. Also, come up pussy for. Efa okosi kakra o se nkomo chill pa de waye no
boy we say boy na ofiri mu na busia for better Do omo aduane no wodin sa.
Aduane no. Eyase aduane pa na enam no do sit na.
Oh gosh. Obi anu osu.
Osu e pattern
be pattern. Eso omo busu afo no be chi no.
Atuni.
Did you know you na no oboa?
Ofiki. Oboa.
Oh come on. This is bad. This boy. My friends say Ato Kwamena. This is bad. Ne kutukuta ni a few moments later.
Few moments later ni. And all bad and some man buso.
It is all catching the across you need with your grandson play.
And the ko nyi duan ka bebrebe na ke bi hu.
Na ese boy na free when abusu for coach no. Now whatever almost spending one home and I'm getting in free no. What is this? This is not fair.
I told you yourself.
Oko program B is almost all right. On this note, and I call Akofa Niwat Scientific Herbal Hospital. Kratoka kra aba never to us today. Abamo yenchekra.
Dr. Nimoni said you wouldn't need what scientific hospital no. Yari biara obi efema onya no ye no. Eno na Nyankopon enam menema doctors for so eye a research about enhabaya Nyankopon ede adom ye eye enupapa Nyankopon adom nti. So ube piem woni wa scientific hospital nkwade a yari bia wo fam bia no. Se empo ewo mojam ne esi ni aduro kra Onyankopon enam yenso ebema ho atọ kra.
Ya so e ha de nyese wo ba ya sabi ni atam edu di amount say di kokono na emu ye do to afidi so me afidi ni omu hwehwemu me ye mu adepote e di yare ne brewo na se me mu enya yare ne di woni badua no so te be ye so yare na ma wa to yare ase wo de edi di ni se di badua ase wo to yare ase a utimi tu ase ntem
Obani What Scientific Hospital Dr. Fobi su adwuma ne say enubna enu tan a obo ade e dum ye no yenye mu hwemu na fe enwenu akasa e wo ma friends phytochemicals no ye extract say enwenu no na ye fam frem no emfa emao e bia o kidney no yare abem o kidney no say yanko na Ghana ha ye de take ahaban e de dialysis a o kidney no say akodu se den kura no a nyarehemu na nya didi na fo ni kirem e woni What Scientific Hospital bofra ban e boye ama wo diabetes ye de bofra ban e ne nyama bi efra e de ma wo a e be bo ma diabetes na o sugar e koso pe no e no so aboa ama etinya bafum e bia na wo hwe misisi e na o problem pa e yo mema sem be bi wo no mu a onya tenkan kwa so mo ba beda obo so otimi nya hode ne pagya no no oba ehyemu a ehyemu na adwo e no obo so atese ne be ma no ensore kra e bia na e no bi oda so a wo no yo ba na utie me na se eya wo no problem ebia na e fibro na kosi a wo no kwan ana wa kwa ya sabia doctor si ensu abetata onkosi mo ovarian cyst ana se fallopian tube no e na block ye obebu okura wo sebuo ensisi so ni nyina timi sinyi se ho kwan be ma bia na ho nsuo e na wo form nkwawa no e wo form low sperm count na wo okura be ba be hwe ne ho nsuo mo no na emo no be friend say spermatozoa no ba kokura we nyina e ha esi awo ho kwan a Obani What Scientific Hospital a enfidi ade ehwe be da di amye wo se problem bi wo no mo a ye timi ho aduro na fe aduane ye be kira ho adie pressure nti amo akoma bo periperi asem kura si ofie timi mo amane obi so hwe me na ne bia stroke akawa to mpam ye kwa wo ye ba wo so timi o kasa na pampan boni bi akire ye no halitosis yade ba ko a ya no wan bi obi opawase obetimi akade akire wo a ade be di unya o kasa bia no obi atwene hwene okoda na nyimre o da o jonso antentem ye papa mo mpanifo no e free 40 50 60 years e kwa ni mo no o prostate na yekese prostate enlargement e ba sa o da o jonso antentem o jonso bebransa na ade ache e mane nka achi emye nkofa catheter ahoma nkoto ba memo abusuafo bi ebere ni nti manya adaje amo ya de dia nyadidie se ni What Scientific Hospital Ghana ha de o pa ya sabe ya dia ba frim die fidie e de twe enubna e na fa ho de ni fra haba mu e de sa o ya de ma wo a na e ni What Scientific Hospital yi wo Kumase Atonsu Monaco Junction ya Dansura Bank no ene bie ni mwe enkran so ye o ma 7 ye ben Janet Corner dan no 0244 087687. In case you are watching us from any part of the world, whether you are in any African country or you are watching us from Europe, you can contact us on WhatsApp +233 244 087687 or on Google Map. Just type the What Scientific Hospital and you'll be given the exact location.
Alright, yes, I'm going to kwa babium ede aba Kessben Television, Kessben 98.3, 92.9 Accra, DSTV 364, Go TV 121. Yekodim komo kakra na fe foreign stories no yahwem kakra de amamo 05515999933 05515999933 eho na ye fa mo WhatsApp messages no enyina na fe 0593231579 eho mo de videos ni ade nyina beba na yahwem de amamo midweek edition of Midfield Action. You called the award-winning bank officials who are no agodi enkomo bamtomeka award-winning banker munyina munim say Jabin Rural Bank enkomo na ye di mi kobuso ma de kontia say obia ekomo obia ekoma so die nti na dom pim omoko maso na omde omo eko dom Jabin Rural Bank de ba di ntra yenkomo ho na yenkobuso omo sintra. All right. Ricky and you has also na Catherine Amachi and so a trance. But for some way, Aquaba. My EDM book, a new one and special at time. Who will be an order that oh, okay. As a debut, I'm the fufro. Hey, never could you. All right. When Comoca cried, didn't know be any trade of the rural banks.
Okay, so Joe, my main French, my tea for my and especially customers of Jabin Rural Bank. See you, I read that one. Say Joe, I say, Menchia,
the Geneso.
I say one of these
days.
See
you, your beba.
Also, beba.
Yeah.
By Jumano, a baby.
And create.
And create. Planning and MCBB.
And create. Bianca de okay, yes, I'm the NBM, the Nansana, or you school. She's a maiden Makura, and you are being you. I'm too okay.
They also a child with the Tibiano.
Yeah.
One of these days,
to Charlie Manson or you school. Okay. Okay.
Now, so then now, Ubusano said, who said, grabbing a bare household name. I'm a Ghana, ha, any even outside Ghana. I just a bank there. I can't. I near my no. Say a Giska to her, and I see a disca, and my customers busy. Now, any of my meaning and my and a yes, no. Said we are so particular and so purpose in mind. Say, ye be a idea, ye a boy, your customers. The bank be obedience can be brain, and so on here na impact no the society in our form.
Yeah.
And when you phone him, the brain behind say yeah boy na my community no akonenim, especially a business community. And on that basis, product be a dema say ye loans, say ye savings and investment be no. The focal point in say a boy customer. No.
Okay.
I think say no only the base in tia idin akọ. We are innovative product banky at the buyer. You are selfish. You say you're the boy, your customers. At a point to crown now your product need be no crown. Originated the name from the customers. No, ne if a Bible overshadow bank. No, go be frau say asempa. Unima sempa ya the buyer. And indeed a asempa. Indeed a asempa because. The benefit in this the boa business communities. Yen we are especially on ton phones. Our more KJT. Yashes any binum edin combo binimoba. Bakon we share any don't be a buy group beyond say and near names as senpai truly a senpai a buyer na boy. Minim yasi abota and say ye boa minipa a year at the 4 and no ho a ye and ye na bank in a year too. And the zebra ultimate can baby bia said your cost in the banner. You was studio after the studio, no, you bet pick it will be a corny and in come. As some panuni me ba beji loan, and so call baby quadilon, I won't say she will come a yana editing. Your free baby commitment fee and all the children is a major 1,000 and Sumiko fee made the 900 and echo. Major 100,000 and Sumiko fee made the 900 and something. Major 200,000, Sumiko fee made the 1. Ebia nusa 200 million and I said 200,000 Ghana cedis. And on a Jabin Rural Bank here, they see a ye sa ɔhaw no afiri hɔ nti asɛmpa loan no wobɛgye a ɛyɛ 100,000 200,000 300,000 saa sika no ana wode kɔ fie yɛntie ni na obi wɔ nso a wobɛgye yɛsɛ kɔfa collateral bra mpanyinfoɔ ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ bi anaa research bi hu sampa ɛnyɛ ɔmo wɔ dwapadeɛ te sɛ dan ko a ana ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmtumi gye besia na yɛhu sɛ obi wɔ kora na oni dan on top plot kora da nanso ɔde besia ma na obɛtumi de ayɛ adwuma ana bamfasoa ama no ne bi nso aboa magana man ɛne saa enipa no na busua ni nti why sɛ yɛnyi saa collateral sɛm na ebi akɔfa dan papers bra ɛyɛ lease kora sometimes bi wɔ hɔ a ne wɔ saa ana sɛ nneɛma bi ehu hia saa no na yɛgye ansa ne de saa besia na ma Dwabinwura Bank asempa loan no yayi saa ɔhaw no afiri hɔ nti oba de di kan commitment fee nim yɛnte anim de to so collateral enso nim sɛ kɔfa dwapade bi besi a wɔwa ansa ne de besia na ma yayi afiri na de asama ne yɛ soronko ne sɛ ɛyɛ partial akyɛ sɛ uduru hɔ na ɛnyɛ sɛ yɛ twɛn ma de akyen ansa ne de ama provided sɛ information bi a yɛbɛbusa no obetimi de ama yɛn no in less than 24 hours na sika no egu nsɛm remember me say on say can the full money or request ɛyɛ 100,000 ni nyina 50 can cedis 50,000 Ghana cedis ɛyɛ ni nyina collateral nso ni ana entity ani sɛ de na meka no ɛno nso ni sebre wote yɛnka oba bi biara emehu mo sɛ umpo untumi nkenkan ana sɛ untumi ntworo Dwabinwura Bank yɛ mabawa ne yɛ mrante ne yɛbɛboa wo ama ya fill forms no fɛfɛɛfɛ ne de ama na yɛtumi de asempa loan ni bi de ama na de akɔyɛ wadwuma abie wadwuma mu yɛbotaeɛ ne sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛtumi ɛboa enipa bɛyɛ sɛ 100 this year sɛ no na yɛde si yɛ ni so at each branch a ɔmbɛyɛ adefoɔ ti sɛ ebrim kɔ Dwabinwura Bank so yɛ bia ɛbɛn na ɛyɛ besia oniema bi afiri Togo oniema bi free abrochire bi aba na ahokyera na sɛ o suppliers ɛde niema bro ye nuan me wo magazine na makoto spare parts nso sɛ bi minya sika emfa nkoyi no sɛ bi ko Dwabinwura Bank ka sɛ opɛ asampa the other loan nso wɔ hɔ a ɛno de ye best to me travel beyond a year or even more sɛ woti edin bebre na omo bo edin na Dwabinwura Bank ye household name a na ɛyɛ one of the product a your friend shares na shares no any day auto shares a obey bank owner ne ye ka omo a bank ne yom de a oka ho saa na asekire na mfaso be na wo a wato no ubenya Dwabinwura Bank ye free bi dividend a auto shares na on saka it is a wa do sika kwa share adwuma interest a eba ho bebre Dwabinwura Bank ye shares no interest no eye kwanim ye nti sebre ye to nsafre obi bia Kate edi code bi batudwa baby biara was so Ghana, even outside Ghana, outside Ashanti region, opese auto shares in Libya, bit me to a long-term investment because ebeboa aboa odachi ene dachi oma wabusuya. And the shares no dear a kwenya da ho. Say over 100 Ghana cedis a obet me 200 shares. Na the patra and say you could have 50 Ghana cedis and say yeah, ultimate shares no crambi eme kwenim. Sebre ne tono so enya one day pe betimi ato bi ne ade achi na menya sika betimi ato mo na me tono na ekoye nim me teacher ni anase me bi ameye obetimi aba e bank ho enhyehyɛ wo ho fefefe bo so kra na okuta sika kese eno oto nsafre ya ye ankasa ye beba na yatimi ni wahia ni akyirikyiri wo muye na watimi de usika ni bi abɛhyɛ Dwabinwura Bank shares no sa me di shemu a emfie beye mienu miensa enan sa me de 100,000 ne shemu na mateka Dwabinwura Bank ye ba ye 42 good years mu ne yewrei o how bi ansi nti omom shares ye to shares no mfiti ase no na utunu se ene omo didim ache akoyie fa so ba ko no so se bi mpo amatobi na nso me ba onimade ye pa na nso sabi sika ni fie Dwabinwura Bank uto shares ni bia your educational policy and say sponsorship you betimi dia makwala no ya teten kwala bibre enam shares mu na ye share woda am bia be medical doctors engineers bankers ene de keka ho ti Dwabinwura Bank shares ni de ye bie eponato obi biara say our formal sector or informal sector to 9 bread Dwabinwura Bank na to shares ni bi ye free bi diversification sika no memfa nhye fa ko fa bi shares mu na nkwanim Said yes, said Joe Santi Dino said Jabin Bank a household name for the business community and Ghana baby and even outside Ghana. Na ye fixed deposit no and no can anything and one and say me was sikabi go cry not just when GD or banking because of any maybe a see. Me son repeat say 42 years or how be to yen to but what dia bra Jabin Bank. Na says can men fan champagne men fancy. Fabra, you bet me the ato abosome miensa, abosome nsia, impo ana afe. Near the interest kese aka ho ama. Ye nim baby a TB rate echo, nanso Dwabin Bank de me no ka say. Ye interest rate on most of our investment no. Enya de yate so. Sebre Dwabin Bank na bra ne enya dwuma. Se jo me den cha kese nso ma ye nana osei bonsu. Ye dana sepa ne nkom papa woni edi. Ana your cash collection also be over na a year and na say event be na oman eba for there na especially Easter churches say what Kumasi have a biara there want to suffering ya beba two method others ye be kon man and na say ye de ye abẹ for kwanso we na yetimi digigi sika no na yetimi di agigi amount me kan e ka bi ani ho especially churches ne there na ye na ye woto suffering ya beba na cash collection no so some can Easter uton safren ye beba wa sorry dem on abejeje ne disca no akoto ama se we are customer of Dwabin Bank when you customer of Dwabin as a bank no uton safren ye beba mi chia ye nuano muslims ni nyina me ma mi ni akating to aso
Kate
Uncle Joe Uncle Joe met chia na ma chia with you food
Joe super papa
na ma da Dwabin Bank customers say it's say by 42 years ni no man na egu ejuma so ayeye Uncle Joe me boss kan asempa loan e wo ho but enya asempa loan ko anso na yema yema personal loan yema salary loan and yema susu loan nso and na eyi abafie mu pesika de aye eyi na Dwabin Bank e wo ho mamo funeral loan e wo ho interest no so de e wo form pa and ye loan no ye duration no asempa ne de ya na ye 1 month pe but we need e free 6 months e ko si 2 years open loan na unsa betimi aka now de akoye de opesa wo de yem Dwabin Bank nkwa na savings account interest no e wo soro pa they say investment rate no aperform but Dwabin Bank asidan kanya me say Dwabin Bank investment ne de rate no kwa na e kosoro nti sa wo sika beto wo be savings account infaso na e wo so no e wo so ye pa na e san so susu account susu account ne de bia me ka say time is money nti say we a very busy person na wajuma wuntimi sorry emba banka ye wo ye maba wa na ye mrante fefefa e ba baby amojuma no say ye store ana wo market a ye man ye mrante na ye maba wa na beba ababe discount no e de akoto fefefe na ye de to oso na wo pelon a susu loan no e wo ho e de ma interest rate no so e wo form e na ye wo salary account no e ye ma teachers say we ye abaye adwuma we ye ankrankra adwuma ye tua obosome aketua bebie account e wo Dwabin Bank ne emfa wo salary no enfem na se wo pelon na unsa so entimi nka no fefefe ye sanso wo MF microfinance na kwaye loan bia ye de ma ekuekuo se mu ye nipa free 5 ekosi 6 ana 10 na muka mo ho bomu a ema ne meba muka mo ho bomu a Dwabin Bank ema mo loan ma mo de kwaye adwuma na de de wo mu ne say interest rate no e wo form pa ene yenji collateral bia so yen ka se kofa wo dan paper ana kofa asase ana kofa japade bi ebesi awowa ansa na MF no onsa aka bi se mu ye cool 5 6 7 ekosi 10 na muka mo ho bomu a na ba Dwabin Bank aso ye bia na etima mo loan na mo de kodi dwumadi a mo pese mo de kodi afen so ye share code no they said my boss kind distance is not a barrier enti baby a wo bia pese wo to Dwabin Bank shares no ye code no star 389 star 984 hash. Yes, your share code no star 389 star 984 hash. Baby, I will be no dial then you follow the prompt. Ube use a dinner a Ghana card ne so now the ato shares no na fe. So open cheche musu a the telephone numbers no ebetuja na wafre na bibi ene yetimi a cheche mu. Nyame adom Dwabin Bank ye ba 42 years ni yetimi ebie ye 12 branches. They say ye 12 branches across Ashanti region. Your head office ewo Chiefs Palace Dwabin Chiefs Palace ena Bonwe so ye what taxi rank onwe ye Roman Catholic ena Ejoso branch ye what traffic light sepenso udu Galco House e ho na Dwabinra Bank ewo Adesheman ewo KJTR Gate 3 ye opposite KJTR Gate 3 Dubai ho no e ho na Dwabinra Bank ewo ena udu taxi station ewo from so a Dwabinra Bank e ho na ewo Aboanso so ye wo Asante Line ena Roman Hill ye wo Atonsu station baby Emani Bokube no ena New Road ye wo more time building Pankro no udu the tallest building na ewo ho a ehwa na Dwabinra Bank ewo na pesa of friends so your telephone number near 0242 387498 0242 387498 and at 0544 745856 0544 745856 your best tricks say there was studio into a PS here na ma frey na incheche mu bia so ya cheche obi bia mu akuje better was any other so ase
we do bia si Dwabinra Bank the award winning bank ka ho na fa ho ekodom Dwabinra Bank bo de kuntia award no ye de ma omo ne ye de ma omo mon from na mo ni nkomo the how bia no ombeyi afri ho ntentem de amamo Kate Amachi and Afi Ricky entry our free Dwabinra Bank na boy nkomo no. All right. Yeah, that was so na fe yahwe the yedi ebebrem of the four transi na yahwe stories no emu kakra 055 159993 055159993 and no any WhatsApp line from messages no emphasis and so emrayen oyibo watching the way free ni be na ba good morning sir if the day you is not fit enough to play. It will be part of the Black Stars team. Enough is enough. Hi to Shirley Cheitua MP at Chumangwabiaja South. Oyibo Boatin Yebehi. There were the Abba and so and no. The day are you debate him but was so World Cup to the Premier League fans often argue that La Liga cannot be compared to the EPL because of money and competitiveness. Yet, nights like yesterday, when 3 Premier League clubs failed to win in the Champions League, challenge that belief. Imagine if a La Liga team had the same spending freedom as English clubs instead of tighter financial restrictions. Spanish football already possesses superior tactics, technique, and youth development with equal financial strength. Clubs in the La Liga could dominate Europe more consistently and might conquer competitions for generations. Skanza, Bimbila, Redway, Abrayan. Asemi, yes.
But the Spanish, but the Spanish clubs, for tactics, no. For technique, yes. For youth development, yes. But you know, at the back also we are here say they say there were time the Spanish teams had their time in terms of spending. I'm sure no time. But even when they had their time, well, those teams performed. And the reality is that if you look at the days, not teams like Deportivo La Corona, Valencia, Malaga in spending. But Valencia they are spending under Peter Lem, when Deportivo La Corona were spending back in the days. And then the mom Kulusu 4-1 at the Giuseppe Meazza in San Siro. A big winning 4-0 at the Reza Stadium against AC Milan. The likes of Juan Carlos Velaron mo a set up no Alberto Lique almost set up no almost a bet 10 a game no El Reza Stadium. And when Valencia during the time under Rafael Benitez, the likes of Hector Raul Coupa more time now more spending. They were playing in the Champions League final. Into Omolusu twice in the Champions League final, one to Real Madrid Star Louis the second gen in France. It ended up 3 goals, Mekai Fernando Morientes and Raul Blanco Gonzalez. And almost against Bayern Munich at the Giuseppe Meazza Sports Stadium in San Siro. I know some mobile lose on penalties and so Hontisika there add a lot to teams and said you no matter how you look at it, upon all the teams that are spending, and I said that almost spending in the previous years in the Spanish La Liga, and I said, yo, Oma no more winning Champions League now in Madrid and FC Barcelona. Upon all the spending. Valencia bought Champions League final, you know, so the spending at that time, no, Eddie Omuko could do multiple Champions League final. The spending at Deportivo La Corona, Eddie Omuko do the semi-finals of Champions League. But Omu, you know, meant me and ye, Malaga, Omunya take over, no. Omutimi boye to the quarter-final stage against Borussia Dortmund, and Obia Kada Felipe Santana famous goal. Itimi Belu out. That was the days of Isco, and then coach FN Manuel Pellegrini was the coach at that time. Spain for no spend a resume, Basejo, to win it besides Barcelona and then Real Madrid in the Champions League. Let's not forget, over the years, Saint Diego Pablo Simeone take it over. All spending so much, no. And the Atletico Madrid are Bebo Champions League final too. But they do in Spain you can spend, but spending it the be through Champions League final to win it. Aside Real Madrid and Barcelona in recent time, it has been tough for the Spanish clubs. Into spending there naturally, if a team spend a team, no, in the Premier League, in the previous years it was Arsenal and Manchester United. To some extent, Liverpool. But Chelsea started so almost spending, no? Almost the Champions League, look at Manchester City. When they started spending, almost lose to Chelsea, almost be sharing Inter Milan at the Champions League. Into spending there, a bomber team, a bomber team, winning trophies. Into I agree, such Spanish clubs and so almost spend there. The level of competition on between me opposed in European game with the Barcelona. But in England, the other teams are almost spending, you know. Omo free Liverpool, omo free Manchester United, omo free Nottingham Forest, omo free Aston Villa. I'm talking about teams that have won the UEFA Champions League, Premier League in him. Omo sa omo nyina about BGB. But in Spain, so spend there, it is difficult to surpass Madrid, it is difficult to surpass Barcelona, so beat me at a Champions League. And in all the discussion, the last time Barcelona won the Champions League was way back in 2015 at Berlin Stadium in Germany against Juventus. And as I do, but it be a GB. So 2015 to 2026, you are talking about 11 years. In the last 12 years, Madrid had just 6 titles in the Champions League. Into Spain, the end said you, spend there, but it's difficult to separate the two clubs. So beat me are winning. By overall spending there, a bomb team, it in a basso.
Minim say score lines, young matches in the mood, but I can't be now. Liverpool equal lose to Galatasaray. Atletico Madrid Wallopo a year Tottenham 5 na Newcastle and so Trans St James. Oman win here we are is a penalty. Basa de Atiomoka. It can't be for English clubs, no.
You know that's obvious. Say okay. Champions League here, but near through semi-final and English clubs in those one. Say Sika any how they spend this so far as the technical side and the tactical side and the individual qualities almost possess near concern and do do baby. But so could do baby. Now you are talking about Tottenham Hotspur, you are talking about Newcastle United, you are talking about Liverpool. The Liverpool team and the quality crowd said you don't expect them to lose against a team, your friend Galatasaray. But it happened in Turkey. But you know, in all, Obi will follow Liverpool this season. This is not the first time they are losing to Galatasaray.
Okay.
Omako lose for first time. This is a Liverpool team. Omotin a favor PSV and Obenbesho 4 goals to 1. Omotimi make amends against Marseille and against Frankfurt. And Omkoche Inter Milan. Into Liverpool is not as if it is a Liverpool team on 4. Again, you are talking about a Newcastle United. Said you Newcastle United the last time a Champions League it me bomb more than a dabe. Again, the first time Barcelona bar a year St James's Park almost Newcastle United by 2 goals to 1. So for Newcastle United to end a draw against them yesterday, it is an improvement over the last game.
Yeah.
An improvement over the last game. For Tottenham Hotspur, Fulham Tottenham Hotspur 2, Arsenal Shaw 4, Crystal Palace Shaw 3. So 9 goals in 3 matches. And Omako 5. Tottenham are not in good shape. That is the reality. Yeah. But in all these, You better second round. I don't think Tottenham can make amends. They are already out.
Okay.
But Liverpool can ring changes in the next game in Anfield.
Sure.
I see team my friend Newcastle United almost be putting in a fight against Barcelona.
Yeah, but in the end,
no, you know, and I agree in experience that Kelo in the last minute. But Anthony Gordon starting at New Camp to add a lot to the attacking play. And because of the knee injury into one person more managing, she time mobile game. So in the previous years, Sebastian results against Newcastle United and Chomon could do say. And general, it is Newcastle United. Omoko Park the Princess, no Pierre Jacob ball draw. They will stretch Barcelona, take it for me. And Koye an easy ride for Barcelona in New Camp. Intermediate to me say the Spanish club Real Superior yesterday, and you are talking about a venue. Manchester United in the last 4 seasons are yet to win over there. You are talking about a venue in the last 3 seasons. It has been tough for Chelsea to win over there. For Barca to get a draw, and in the Champions, the Ukwa win Akunyadra, Obekasa a plus. But you take it for me. It will be a tough game at the Stadium Nou Camp.
The American games no more kakra tough games and so 8 p.m. and Yasam Kitu Akra. Madrid ni City na PSG ni Chelsea. Minim the man for me ye pa. And Yasam Kitu. I always say nga ebo we and sana. Yes, nanka no. But when they watching you live from Saudi Arabia. Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Greetings to the people of Sabronum. About this court message, the Abano, ye every so they about so many times, but ye edi every ho amount. And 10. We say please let Andy Kem know that when he mentions club owners who have invested heavily to upgrade their clubs, he shouldn't include Peter Lam. Okay, all right. The Rudy, Eddie Free, New Jersey, and so Abraya, no, yeah.
Peter Lim wants to say you baby of Valencia, Beduno. And he say no started here. Peter Lim invested in Valencia when he took over the team. When you invest here, and then at a point, we decided say, Okofa Gary Neville aba, na Gary Neville meboa, na sejo, or may improve players within the ranks. No one team in Tombi. Na general omon fam balance obo books no eno na anko ye de babisina wa fa coaches upon coaches na ni suade no de beje Valencia no and the team letting you back from ababidu na it is not as if Peter Lim taking over no one spend it general he spent in the market. Or one of the owners I bet me akase obefa Valencia no spend it.
Okay, mo fam na yenhwem kakra nto to adwen na yenhwe de beka ho amamo. I said, good morning. Hope Keto Kreku is aware of what has happened to the Congolese FA boss. I rest my case. I also what you're saying. Why was Asamoah not part of the team in our last World Cup? Okay, they'll be able to, I don't know. Was he on retirement? Tell the day the stick used on Techi is in the room waiting for Ban. Indirectly, Jordan is telling him his time with the national team is over. Daddy, KD, Kuwait City, Fahil, Unadiwe, Abraya, sir. This is unbelievable and unheard of. Oh, sir, what is that? How on earth can an FA president be punished severely this way by the government when the funds are strictly from FIFA? Oh, okay. I thought FIFA has its own way of auditing such accounts. This won't happen in our part of the world, since it will have amounted to interference, which is strongly frowned upon by FIFA. I don't get it. How was it possible in Congo, but not possible in Ghana? If the Congolese government can interfere and audit FIFA funds to the Congolese FA without attracting sanctions from FIFA, why can't same be done in other jurisdictions? Okay, there also the Aba and the Kofi Menu asin Fusu. Okay, Unadi and so Abrayan. Maminsha quickly, way free Michael Ablekuma. Also, Barcelona were very lucky that they played against an inexperienced Newcastle team yesterday. If it were any top European team yesterday, it would have been a disaster for Barcelona. But for Tottenham and their coach, Igor Tudor. The least said about them, the better. How can you start an inexperienced goalkeeper in Kinski over one of the best goalkeepers in the UEFA Champions League this season? Okay, it's not also the problem, and so no. Tabi a drink a crap. Okay, this season in Vicario, in such an intimidating atmosphere at the Metropolitano, they just shot themselves in the foot. But I think Liverpool did very well. Even though they didn't win, they may have a slight advantage at Anfield in the second leg. Michael Ablekuma, Yanshanra games in Mukakra. Yamfamra in the tough games. Okay.
Yeah. May start from Michael message, Antonin Kinski, a goalkeeper at the Tottenham Hotspur. Now, before the game, the number of goals that Tottenham Hotspur are conceded, and you look at the reasons behind that. Intimidika Kase, Fulham Shomu 2, Arsenal Shomu 4, and Okan 6. Crystal Palace the 3 Besoso, let's say 9. In the last 3 games, Tottenham Hotspur are conceding 9 goals. And proud to this particular encounter, the coach feels that no, he need to make amends in terms of the backline, especially opposed to him. Obetimi I disagree, of which I disagree because the atmosphere, the numbers, the stage, the platform now no they my goalkeeper no or general no very tough. Aside experience, Vicario, what does our games in the team are consider goals. And we decided say Obemo no moment no ama a young goalkeeper to me at them. It backfired. Now Oshe some dear getting closer. Obemo the first 3 goals now. Team my friend Atletico Madrid share no. Obemo say errors within the backline. Now pressure nation for the goalkeeper. And one of the goals also a pass plan say or pass a video no clear. Or pass a chair and I said you. In the first 3 goals now consider. Now who say play attention and fun and say yo the BIA na mechanic stage that na be mu say bia like me dimini na me underestimate the local boys in football platform matters. You need a certain level of mentality. Would be show level on such platforms and then goalkeeper no them general away no I'm fat. The gambling a coach a friend I go to the toe and said you we pass a ball on the ache and a Julian Alvarez. Pressure and tension and so that's so. Even at that level, a goalkeeper, assistant goalkeeper for Tottenham Hotspur said you stage in fun and look at the past. Meaning say it is easy for people to say and say we they are big goalkeepers. Fabian Barthez cry in 2000 Manchester United against Arsenal. But said you to a goalkeeper to such occasion. You need a certain level of psychologist, player or the mental fortitude to deliver. And I said, you
at this stage, obit me say na Chidi and say the channel. If at this stage, Obi at the just say the young can be come for home. If at this stage, UEFA Champions League player, goalkeeper, the ball chasing some Fantoneta.
Okay. You wanted to discard the 2 goalkeepers?
Yes.
You are talking about experienced Felix Chey, who has been the coach for Mediama for how many seasons? You are talking about a goalkeeper who has been at the level of CAF Champions League games. Compared to a goalkeeper and the first time or the UEFA Champions League, they are not the same. Experience here, inexperience from the other
but
side.
Say mistakes.
But we are talking about 2 players and the level of experience are not the same. That is the difference. And he said, you, and now it backfired. And our coach in film no game when it cost down who say Cristiano Romero ako a coach your friend I go to the horn and I could dinko na no ena in central phone here said you Cristiano Romero na said you obey and our coca bibi to coach your friend I go to the inti anche and a coach in see you go keep any free and what the Vicario and so a buy. Oh, you know, me no one coach na deny by no one and he is a captain. Said you, I'm not goalkeeper in free by obey. He's the captain of the side. Into a suggesting my coach, I don't see anything wrong. Even the lives of Carlo Ancelotti, they listen to their players. and you know change na a different goalkeeper by as you or also be D2 at the can't train one it in year 5. It was an overwhelming performance from Atletico Madrid. This is no games on my bar at home, and you know a dear back will be team your bossy me. But one thing again team discrediting in this season, big games it will fear against Inter Milan or my Real Madrid 5 or my Barcelona 4 and my Tottenham Hotspur 5. That is Diego Simeone for you this particular season in the Champions League. He said, Edra, the worst of Tottenham Hotspur continues. Kolo Muani, Hechelesen, Matthias Tell, or more the coach in the Omko and Munina. I meant me and the likes of Mark Pobel, Matteo Ruggeri, Lil Omad, and David Hako. I meant me and the backline and me and PPA. And it was a team called Atletico Madrid Naseju, and no much less say. Deserve say anything. Tottenham problem still continues, and you know, ATM in the Champions League night, you need that level of experience to beat them at home. Ye baby pim begamwa. Atlanta and Sunday Bayern Munich edibom. Na Genoa make say me shawa the backline of Atlanta beating me containing the attack of Bayern Munich. Na Hurricane started from the bench. Into Nicolas Jackson, Luis Diaz, Sergi Gnabry, Jamal Musiala, and Sergio Omunina, and then Michael Olise. And one player, Sergio, Oko, Bayern Munich. We are talking about Hurricane and how consistent Hurricane are. But Michael Olise is one player. Oko, Bayern Munich will change everything. And now, so Atlanta, I decided to go in for Isaac Yen, Said Kolasinic, Benakoni, and Omokobo, David Zapacosta, 4 at the back. Into ne muda ho into anytime biano who says still and Obo Magdi Ronaldo Mario Pasalic in central midfield. It will be tough for them to stop the Pavlovic and Joshua Kimmich. In the end, it was Joshua Kimmich and the attacking play of Bayern Munich and Genoa. No more Tima Yefeno Atlanta, and at this stage it has always been Bayern. It do where it matters most are big boys this year in recent times. Hold on, suffer. In the end, what they do, Ankoya and Farmer, the only representative from the Italian Serie A, and said, "You utufi." Another goal from Michael Olise. Quality goals, not the man. Also, I create a certain level of junction in the Champions League in Bayern games. Or cutting in now or bad, when you goalkeeper expecting from the other side, and said, "You." It was Bayern Munich. It was Begama. Atlanta Entimi and Siano 6 goals and Omako at the Aquacoma. They easily play Kristovic and then Gianluca Scamacca out among Entimi and yet Honshe. Liverpool so we game now against Galatasaray. Their only plan was to play Victor Osimhen out. They had no antidote for Mario Lamina and then Gabriel Sara. So we game now. Ryan Gravenberch and Alexis McAllister, Florian Wirtz, and team no said they no set up now. They were only thinking about how they would attack alongside Dominic Szoboszlai. But at Galatasaray game was centered around Gabriel Sara. In the game no more really because on the jaball yechi. Sergio in midfield or 2 experienced players on my Premier League in Lucas Torreira and Mario Lamina. And Mario Lamina Sergio Shakwan of so a pinball no it's me 2 at them. And okay the height of Van Dijk, now hear the height of Osimhen. Anytime be on bello ball within the back line only connect in Tembia Genoa. Now who's Osimhen? Eti Eka na or chre into Shakwan of so pinball no Victor Osimhen, or he was ahead of all the back line of the Liverpool team and a Mario Lamina etimi eba pinball no etimi eto at them. Liverpool performance, you know, it has been on and off. Only a good game against Marseille, good game against Frankfurt, but 2 games in Turkey against Galatasaray and still Galatasaray will be anchor after getting those goals. Come back as Omuka continue now. Mama say Liverpool beba Genoa. Still no more knocking at the doors of the Liverpool team to make sure some maybe team in that second go. Indeed, they had it, but Victor Osimhen was ruled offside. Inti game Omuka boy, for the second time. Galatasaray etimi SI winning game no against Tima your friend a Liverpool and o share Vito Osimhen ade omo ye ba ne nra agino ana efe keke ne tifa o da so ne ma mbeda nchen na ne ba no so eda so no edon ena omo show yi edu ba bi na ne su kura eba nti owie ye no ko na ko born in sem for the fans and Vito Osimhen he's loved in Italy and Galatasaray phone it shows so much to Osimhen and Ojina Park and so his energy level, his commitment, his dedication, and the way I'll put him in a fight against his opponent. You will love to have Vito Osimhen in your attack. Difficult game for Liverpool, Galatasaray once again, HSA, or more players, no more experience in the Premier League, no more recruit, and your fluke.
All right, about that games is Babaminko, Dr. Honamire. So will be a kafana games, no one, son.
Yeah, General, I think that Bayern Munich share Atalanta 6-1. For me, not meaning say Bayern a favorite, but 6-1 in Italy, it's not something I now we expected. But this Bayern Munich side is so convincing, so confident. Very difficult, especially around this stage. So bit me eliminate you from day one. I think so apart from Arsenal that beat them. It's so difficult for other teams to me. Ejina Bayern and him. Who shall Bayern team now? Player for player, to me kind giddy sir. But it looks like they are so formidable. And coach, coach, because was so much experience in Vincent Company. And one of the appointments are the Bavarians near shocking because Company they doing brand wabo as a manager. But I think that we're building a very strong side. Who share need from the defense to the midfield, and they prefer to play Joshua Kimmich as a central midfielder. And Nenimo Fono, I said those past Premier League players, Nana Abribiano, or Diomu Jinijina Honuma, Luis Diaz, you talk about Nabri, then the no crowd there, Abrantia Efreno, Jackson led the attack in place of a Hurricane. 6-1 there, and your results, and I expect to see a Dibema an Italian side. But I think that return leg, say football, Dian Kobi to Makasa on Kobima, and Kibi and Quebec Atalanta for say they shouldn't go to Germany. And Bayern has eliminated them just from the first game. Tottenham Spurs, I think Andy has dealt with it extensively. Spurs is struggling. Bebiana Omunya results kakra Europe. But I think say indeed I got Tido, baby obe take over free, on shared and or the BB Strom Kubia, the Bre, team, Tottenham Spurs. I was expecting, Sir Anye Vicaro has proven time and again there. He's a very good goalkeeper, and on European nights, on take that risk and conquer keeper on the Ebidam Fankotum. It cost them a lot. Apart from that thing, the team itself didn't play so well. So you give it Atletico for winning by 5-2. Ebe Diama Spurs to overturn the tide in the second league. I think it's a game. You also give to the league game about so Galatasaray. Omoma will enjoy a Champions League night, especially the atmosphere in the stadium. Oka one stadium did now Philly fans in the presence are Galatasaray home grounds, and Victor Osimhen, he was definitely going to get emotional. The Tivo no moyeno. Senoya aware that Akrana upina kohadiwi ubianim how he is close to the mother. Nama mine film na ya yewi and they welcome to a stadium on a big night like a Champions League night against Liverpool. General, omu game no enye over. 1-0 there, Liverpool can do anything. I think the game in your attention more, Newcastle versus Barcelona. Barca were outplayed. On the night, I think that somebody like Lamine Yamal did well, but those players, Rafinha in particular, he knows the Premier League very well. You expect him say on that night, Onunebe take BB up. The league phase game on Bayern, it was Marcus Rashford. This time around, Hansi Flick decided say Obe starting from the bench, and I think throughout the game I didn't see Rafinha. Lamine Yamal played so very well, but I think say Hall did a lot of work on him. But at the end of the day, Gidi said Newcastle, who share chances to create shots. Football could be so cruel. say they couldn't run away with the win. And look at the time a penalty kick in the bay. You ask yourself, say, it was just a kick away for them to get the 3 points in the bag. And as Umbenya victory at the Akko Camp Nou. And it did happen. For me, it was one of the injustices in the game. Not to say it's any penalty, for me, it was a good call, clear penalty. You ask yourself, say, the movement of Danny Olmo, the body movement, or dropping the shoulder, how any deceive the defender to come in with that tackle. But several experienced players wouldn't commit that foul at that time. It's also a gamer that results now Barcelona for me an edge or an advantage over Newcastle in the second league because of Camp Nou. All in all, we had an interesting night. The only surprising scoreline for me was the 5-1 against Atalanta. Other than that, the other results weren't so surprising in general.
All right, good morning to you and your panel. The GFA indicted the referee who denied Asante Kotoko a goal. What has the FA done to Kotoko's 3 points and 3 goals since the referee was found culpable? Louis Dabala, on the way, and so pray.
If you agree with you, need to Embrana who is in your poor, dear points. I couldn't know. Now couldn't know. Do Bejas which you know, engineer Koyanim.
Okay.
To your who
and I understand. And the came on goalkeepers at big stages. I think Benjamin Asare isn't playing with proper strikers in our league, facing Hurricane, Cole Palmer, and others. It's different from facing Kwampuku and others. My name is Collins. He has one also deba. Or Nam will try to weigh in.
Oh, you know, football stage.
Yeah, stage.
Unless you want to argue.
Who had city shows for her. And just say we call world stage with my side. Is that what you're saying?
Now, say local blaster, you call South African. You call Benchi, your strikers. You call South African. Your coaches in the don't have trust in our strikers. You call Benchi, I take me Benchi, Rudolph. South Africa. Echo boy, man, I know as a number 9. And he said, your coaches in the crowd, they don't even trust our strikers.
Yeah.
How many of these strikers now? You call up to the blaster in recent times. You free almost call blaster strikers.
Okay, the situation Tottenham Hotspur is facing is indeed worrisome and a terrible one. It also teaches us a big life lesson. Sometimes you may have everything it takes to move forward in life, yet life can still surprise you with unexpected challenges. I'm really saddened by the team's situation, okay, because Tottenham has invested a lot in trying to shape the club's destiny. But unfortunately, the results still remained the same. My name is Wasti Doma Ahinkro, Deode Abreye, and so no. Good morning. I'm reliably informed that the referee who handled Kumasi Asante Kotoko Karela game in Tamale intentionally decided to punish Kotoko for not coming to his aid when he was punished by the FA for awarding a doubtful penalty against Apostles. Kwakumanu the way if retarded and so
count my aid international.
The all carry names of Motiazia. Motiazia. Also Kotoko Young Apostles. Is it Young Apostles? Or Koji doubtful penalty mark Kotoko. So I referee grown up. And a trainer so Kotoko. And on your motor. But is it true? You ever call later?
You lower ties on the first, never be said to me.
Yes.
You lower ties. Referee to make Jebo beat the man out. You're punishing her. But so many son are sorting it out.
Okay.
So they be our uncle problem.
But we only just are saying walk past the referee.
Yeah. Ubehena or the Wakaba couldn't be in so and we'll draw that conclusion.
Okay.
But the other angle will be say.
And Omako Yabano. Where are they here? Where are the young apostles? Okay. And Okoji penalty. Okay. I don't go for any ideas. So, guys,
it means that the same referee.
Yes.
So the same referee officiated Karela versus Kotoko.
So we know I'm saying FA punishing. So the penalty mark Kotoko. And no matter man Kotoko ne Karela. This is the reference.
Prince Okutuntiamwa.
Prince Okoto
Ntiamo Achimo down base.
Oh, okay. Did obidia ba mo ye panism na se mu mu amia me na me di ade no ma no mo
But first of all, you know, I heard say only D match we ampa.
Only
D Kotoko ni we no. Na odi we no. Na onza na outstanding league na Kotoko Oba Africa. Eti omo de ko share free jima nti ye born November. Eti ye boss our league game we no. Na ye born Wednesday. Enti na omo de weekend fixtures saba. Na Vision FC versus Pando Out of Lions. Ene bebo. Eti say outstanding league. Once normally Wednesday is enumere normal day. Weekend games, referees obiara hu die obedi. Na me adom free Friday, Saturday, Sunday ne kono. It's no game edi. Ba na we ni outstanding league game. Ti odi we na amanfo sha se comments ne penalty no issue ne bae no. E na ono adwene ho se we enkomo amedidi. Adwene ho se sa Vision versus Heart of Lions no. Enam de asi we nti ondi ball ma ho asem ma da nti ondi. Nti omo pe referee for ma ne kodi. Ena referees no zo udi na the next game ni ade ekọ no be call off. E be 2 weeks. Ba ko be ba be 4th. Eti na the other game no also wodi no. Ena na ye Heart of Lions eti na obe call off the following week. Eti the other week bi mu obe sa akodi match no. Je no de call first division 1. Okodi RTU versus Tamale City, Northern City. Into odi anu wie no. Ena osa baaye. Ebe ye na also osa be di match, but sa following week no. Also osa futsal referee. Eti futsal Dakota FC. Na omu last game no December na ye decider. Inti na ose okokodi anu wa Accra. Inti wani league game. Ena osa betina nchen na osa akodi Nations FC versus Karela. It was higher 4th referee, Brekum Chelsea match. Adana na Kotoko na ya se bona. Ntu wa hwemu a the first game I would deal with Premier. After say okoso sa we no.
Okoso suspension.
Officially no, o man dan ka say ya suspended. But ononum game na di nanim ne de na ka ya de abada dansa na nwumna no di sa match no. Because na we ni outstanding league game. And ono aka say ontimi di no already.
Odi Kotoko match ni we. Next appointment ono nanko.
Enu
achi no wanya appointment.
Appointment e ba na e Premier. The next Premier League appointment we nya week 17. That was
so officially he was not sanctioned by the FA.
But as a
said not twice the appointment
referee no say uye bibi na the next year do ko division 1 from Achimo down to Tamale. There's a punishment as I say.
Okay. Depend on this message we buy and what's the name? Kokuma no. Was it Doria young apostles are penalty no jail. Ngano feel so to commit my boy. Quite as no commit my boy. And was more meditation more tamale. No the court is penalty.
I don't want to buy it. But you see, there could be a psychological twist to it. Okodi Kotoko game na unya that decision. Either unya wrong or something and winter man nyain. Or be careful in next Kotoko game a woody. Intisa a penalty no. So you too sure and how on sign your Makotoko. Now, I say, Una Kojis are doubtful panny to Makotoko. What's our beji another one?
I say, we didn't and who the whole.
And I make us say, when you too sure.
Okay.
A bema and no psychological effect, no. I may be all.
Miss Uncle another one.
And me, I can say, me Dikotoko match be a me Japanese and wanting.
No, the rug on your referee. And that's on your
yes, I don't know.
No, that means you're not a good referee, but I'm only saying that.
That is possible.
I bet me do Trimunya. What I say? What could the team match a Japanese and Crawford? The next game was I could dear. Now I could Japanese full for Kojia. So you too sure.
Mr. Word, no, too sure, Mr. Yifri. Now we do ultimate Gaza we need to. Boy, would you baby? What you not attention?
No, boy, we need to.
Boy, maybe you are still not getting. I'm saying that event me and you are but you're a good referee and that's all your best. Any can say yes.
What are you know? Obey that not attention. What you not attention?
Majiba come Mukumasi, Miss Amaji. It is saying Miss Amaji. But it's a Champions League game. Okay, your friend saying Galatasaray.
Yeah.
How many Liverpool?
James Zano.
Yellow cards, clear. But there be
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Lami Yamal.
Lami Yamal.
Lami Yamal.
Clear yellow cards. Because
clear yellow
one
card.
way the Argentino, on new way. But that clearly a yellow
Yes,
card.
Marco Gida.
Every time the FS and I look at my new way, Entino. I mean, new way, me Jiwe, there some Jiwe balance. Champions League.
And Lami Yamal yellow no J and Kobe Messi.
The next game. Yes. On the Femi Lopez and so. It is a drag.
Some boss who attack who prevent you from a potential goal scoring opportunity now. Yeah, now is so clear. Referees in J watching. Until Lami Yamal then yellow, then is so clear. But
because earlier now I saw show yellow
yes.
God way balancing. Champions League.
Yes. And you drew baby at
this level.
It drew so on Kobe. Marco Gida drew her and you also Omade Mauricio Shiani in Alabama City in Real Madrid. It drew so on Kobe. Or the upper Cassia phone. Joe Mazano Mo and no Esca Simona D. Bayern Atlanta. It drew so on Nibejo Moas.
Okay. Yebekwa na fi yako many matches no enso na other issues no so you are discussing Jean Guy Bless Mayolas Congo FA president Ninsem no I want for the messages be brave o so mo ntia say into $1.3 million a FIFA sika a wan fa kwampa so a afa nsase no enu nti no no ne yire ene ne ba Yedumogum life.
For life.
Na FA General Secretary ne one other person. And so I'm 5 years. Na then the FIFA sika ban timi bam. Because you say FIFA sika de FIFA na wo kwan fa so audit ne FA ne ade. Then the government it's me room na okudi sa adwuma yi. As my can say nya asem keto live imprisonment live imprisonment. For the ban no. This is serious. The Edena Abahintimi Bema attracted sanctions from FIFA. And I young say interference.
Maybe you come back.
You
bet me room.
Okay.
Because FIFA ni decline is suspended.
Yeah.
And the FIFA order or general secretary need to suspend him. Because of Sessikano, $500,000 USD. Now say go into women's football, and then the other $800,000 US was to go into developmental project. Into FIFA, as in FIFA na start here. To me, you say Sikano with the map papa no.
One fan there so again.
Uko project na. You say I grass. Chese dao. I enyehe. And a man for besides in the Sikano and the prompt FIFA say ya man sika yesesa otumi di wie ade no man fa wi FIFA suspending ni wie no e na ban no show interest ewom na ban no the charges no mo de bobo no so money laundry there we ye no man mu a against your mind no into mo charging for money laundry embezzlement and all that but like you said e bi how ba ye bebiem near the atoto ye de no they are similar obi owura kwesinya ntachi case no and they are quite similar kakra patriotism say how aban betumi abegyere FA president ne mpode ni kwako gina sen ni bia ahwe say asem no ye kan say
okay all right yeba na say ya ebe say issues because I'm for interest no the messages we bring so everybody afa ho yeba call Dr. Dawood ne clinical na yakofa message kakraba yeba sisia
Enuanum ni adofo ye frɛ me Dr. Dawood me na me da Dawood Heba Hospital ano na enam me so ena ne Dawood ointment Dawood 360 capsules wodwa manso a ene obi adi hu adanse na duwei edutwam Dawood ointment o se fatwi na ebeko ofa Dawood 360 capsules o se sisi na ade ewom na dromienu wei adwuma bom obi a osisi ye o yapa de obeye ne se o de Dawood ointment no etwitwe osisi na anopa ene anwumre a nansa bia no na o de bia bo asawa obetimi de atua udware wi a fa Dawood ointment o de te ne fa sra ta bre kro na no na wonom Dawood 360 capsules no anopa ene anwumre na danse ye na ba amane o de enko na enko ti adanse ni bi
Dawood ointment edrowe
Me straighten and welding. The toda me point you na me honam nyina me hu bibi enye. Ba se minya sa Dawood ultimate we na me twitwi a. Na no paso minya Dawood 360 na me no mo a. Ah. Ese kwa re me ye adwuma kra se kane no. Te do we de edi masema ma no be di so asema ma.
Electrician na ye adwuma ekofia yentimi na Dawood ultimate. So ye adwuma na obra okodru fia fa twitwi ade be che no na ho aye den Dawood ultimate fa twi keke na ebeko.
Drum use for mama hode pa ma metimi bo adwuma bibi e kama e ma me ye. Dawood 360 capsules. And a Dawood ultimate. Oh, memory we no now the way no so twitwi wa apostle e be ma ya oni nyina afiri o ma de extra ultimate be bo adwuma. Dawood ultimate fa twi na ebeko.
Da bia amafo company da wo ka musa akọ spreader. Me secret enu ani ebugdo na ani Dawood ultimate ene papa. Me sori anopa me di twitwi me sisi achi. Me babia he. Me ntebre secret ni nie. Ti so person what say me a we use Dawood ultimate. That's the secret of my taxi driving.
Me a transmission gearbox specialist. Ejuma me ye. En kan na me pega ade a na me nsakura ntimi pega. Na asa me ma ade so na lock me sisi. Ti say fi say me share Dawood 360 capsules. And the Dawood ultimate. Aboa me bebre the drive na so amente ya mente blabia. Obia mo modern so betimi apɛ Dawood ultimate and the Dawood 360 capsules. Enya bi ato.
Odofo se wate bi. Aduro ya me ka ho asɛm no. Eno ho adanse ene wono madi no. Ko pharmacy e ben wo. Herbal shop e ben wo. Ne koto Dawood ointment. Dawood 360 capsules. Na se de enkrofo di ho adanse no. Wo so be di ho adanse. Wo pese wo frɛ ya. Eno na wo screen ase no 0244 88 64 37 na 020 168 1717. Baby a yeton aduro wo man Ghana mu bia no o de wura house open Dawood ointment and Dawood 360 capsules.
92.9 yɛbɛhwɛ nnɛ matches no nso kakra na yɛde other local stories no nyinaa nso atoa so de ama mo Bayer Leverkusen bɛtwɛn Arsenal den and afei Bodo Glimt ɔmo so ɛne Sporting CP PSG ɛne Chelsea ɛne bɛhyia Real Madrid nso bɛtwɛn ɛyɛ Manchester City matches a amanfoɔ ka ho asɛm paa yɛ mmienu PSG Chelsea Real Madrid Man City games. Yeah, matches you can cry.
You know, yeah. 2 big games. I started from Parc des Princes. So we the number of matches at Chelsea about Paris Saint-Germain. How much me win back up. The last time we call a condi in a draw and PSG Bebo 2-2 at Stamford Bridge. Eddie Chelsea free. Again, the European champions versus the world champions and on the boom Parc des Princes. A lot of people believe we say game na course so MetLife Stadium at Chelsea shape here, you know. A told the two it was just a fluke for Chelsea and that day PSG for na day. So this is a perfect game to settle the score and to show say PSG it deserve to beat Chelsea and I say Chelsea for sure must share and you told the two. But it was a Chelsea team on more character and in big games it do stage now, you know, me back to the party. This season was show one. And we didn't lose baby even in the Champions League. But she come with the Barcelona fast so at home. Still, people still doubt Chelsea a Juma or more year any more day bonus city. So for Paris Saint-Germain this season in games so my boy will fear. Say you, show more again Tottenham Hotspur. Game against Monaco, game against Atlanta, against Bayern Munich. The only defeat on my tasty home this season, a game on my boy against Bayern Munich, and nobody me lose here. It's a PSG team on more the fee. Newcastle United cost stretchy on, and that is another Premier League team. On cost stretchy PSG fee. So here Paris team now. A likely say coach a friend Unai Emery down on me say changes kakra beba. Ahead of game no more ebebon because almost reste McKinnos and certain players against AS Monaco. Until again, almost so sour headache in terms of goalkeeping the Obeda, and size should be at me about Chelsea. Until after the exit of Gigi Donnarumma, Omokofa Luka Chivalier Barse, Konuna made the #1 for the Paris team. But said you Oba and so fan of Ababe take over. Until Ushe games no Mobona is so fan of energy order. Ubo mo backline and Sisabia ma Ashraf Hakimi any form to say the last season no one yaw so the squad in the so only form to say the last season na or no Nuno Mendes had been off this season a genie news to baby into a PSG team now so fan of Hakimi, Nuno Mendes and the central defensive pair of William Pacho and then Marquinhos. The last time ever MetLife now William Pacho knew until look at Beraldo and a bad boy alongside Marquinhos and in midfield. No, Bien said Duro Fernandez, the last game against Monaco, Duro Fernandez, Vintina, Zayal Emery and a boy, until no Bien said no one better also. But after trainings within the week, João Neves is back, so it's likely so Bebo. Only match fitness tests in this baby, but Sejo, he's likely to start alongside Vintina because so no na ma mekan fin no one they'll lose the midfield battle. And then Nimoni Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and then Bradley Barcola. Enra Radio Monte Carlo for report say coach ne person or did the way Ebeka Vintina ene João Neves ho. But Sejo, okoyesa the team turns out to be the 4-3-3 no change koye 4-2-4 the magic quadrilateral and I'll be team asset. So Lusubona over 4 players are behind the ball and that will be so tough for a team like PSG until or permit 4-3 no about any move and so emiensa. So coach Chelsea in society medical kasa omunso anya issues when it comes to goalkeeping. Robert Sanchez echo off but Oba back against West Ham game na Jino with him a boy no omobusa Liam Rossini and say keeper be no be use no or say there be or a tight lipped mo goalkeeper be use no game in him Jorgensen James Cucurella now James side PSG attack no is omo ye pesi Kvaratskhelia Dembele Bradley Barcola and enipa wa soja pa Barcola enti so na so wo hye we chiwa Cucurella is back. Malo goes to for pace. Obetim no be a battle from the right side. Cucurella is another tough customer on the left. Usan who are heading. So Malo Costa comes in with speed, and any of the guys no obetimi accuse when it comes to speed. Cucurella is a sure bet. Problem in here. Fofana and Chaluba. General games no more bebo, but yengwe no makwa concede the goals no. In Tisawasha, in Pempi, and on the area you are not too sure. Said those 2 players, no, every team a keep clean sheet. The last time it was Levi Cowell and the team a boy or more with that stability at the back. And Dembele, almost common, no more say show much because Dembele and so a threat to the 2 central defenders, no more Ebebono. Again, on saying Nafako. And so I show mommy and son, Bakoko right, Nabako ba middle, Nabako left, San and Pempi in general. Who say the attacking play of a team I friend PSG no omo ebo nti when the choir e was so fast to share no team ya set up your team now to the midfield say me here James a free right side hold ya na cheche straight away Andre Santos ebeko bench now James abeka kwas side ho and the last time we saw James in midfield against Paris Saint-Germain he was a standout ono the master the midfield playing na I don't think Vintina João Neves is so special. Omobe take over the Chelsea midfield alongside Enzo Fernandez. So Unya James say Andre Santos Obama not just a Liam Rossini Edene because he feels that so much experience playing against PSG. Abra no or Strasbourg no and into no the neighbor and ope play obey quick in midfield. Play or be put the plugs no on Vintina, so the be on midfield dominance no and so but for me, Reed James, Casedo, Enzo Fernandez for his creativity, I'll go for. And then Kopama on the right. Say Kopama or writer, Nuno Mendes will be careful coming forward. And Obien me say, PSG team no, so ope say unya omo weapons apart from omo attack na ye can omo midfield na the 2 guys Baku free left, Baku free right. Kopama da you be careful because the first game when omo boy or MetLife no we share game no be hu say almost share the weakness of Bruno Mendes and Chelsea exploited the right side the left side of the PSG a defense no e ho na omo use ni nyina e de ko share goals no nti Nuno Mendes will be careful coming forward so Kopama e down the line so sa enso na Pedro Neto for his speed Ashraf Hakimi will be in trouble nti ono so betete no ato ne bo ase say on pray ne hu bebe say or banenim nti these are the areas as you obehwe say ubetimi am make sure say obe stop say wo set up your team now Joao Pedro a fantastic footballer and the form wo no general ono aka say the form we your form onya bida and she go share against Aston Villa hat-trick and a goal in Wrexham nti ono so ne the countryman Marquinhos William Pacho power and then physicality, but on also a movement or our skills, and anytime a person or pick a ball not running at defenders. It is a joke, on also be taking care of the two centre backs. But again, Chelsea defense, no, a bit me a kuremusa game, no, encourage or Munsem, Chaluba and Fofana especially. Only a problem for the Chelsea team. I don't think whether I said John Gesson or Robert Sanchez that put my issue because some na capable. PSG see a weakness this is not a game for Gigi Donnarumma. But how will Fofana and Chaluba ever stop the attacking play of PSG team? Said you and on a game no very difficult. And the game will be the coach and the team say PSG Baba catch Chelsea go a no matter take a game to them. Say me who's PSG after ball not Chelsea looking for space. I'll be really surprised because the midfield battle, no, Chelsea will what it takes to match PSG in midfield and on defense no, centrally na almost issue but in terms of pace almost set here PSG you know meeting catch very well. PSG the last time Ankoye and far more and the last two games against Chelsea na home you know difficult. Omo himself played at the Stamford Bridge will be very tough because Chelsea so now way games boni Nkoye Kwaraba, she game against Atlanta, but Omukoye bibi against Napoli at the Diego Armando Maradona. Inti PSG will be here, General here no mahode no, obi expect say omo ebetimi aye. Make a double chance PSG in this particular game. Real Madrid ball against Manchester City.
This is Midina na make of commercials kakra bi ba. Yebeto so every Madrid Man City game no eso plus other stories. Me call Currency Ventures na mafa Currency eso message out de my na no pe.
Africa Renstek Company asweye yakofa enro wanwaso Zahara Herbal Mixture, Zahara G Herbal Capsules, Zahara Man Herbal Capsules, ana Hindi Herbal Mixture ana yede aba edwaman so. Ewa na wo no poho. Say ye genital warts, ana say genital herpes. Ni nyina ye Zahara Mixture ana ne G Capsules edokro ya ana obehia. Say drowe echen moja dro mpo because it contains hemoglobin and iron. Ma nipadua ne ye fe. Esa ma wo TBD pa. The low sperm count ana ye obema. Also ana how oba oni atenka. Oba opese ofa ye funu so no. Waduro Zahara Mixture. Any Zahara G Herbal Capsules aduro no eno na be boa Hindi Herbal Mixture aduro no eno so ye product a chese eboa to a 3D malaria asiye pa esa boa nipadua no ewo mojamroso ene asichire yare hu nyina wo ye obi a typhoid yare na hawa ebetu ase yakra e de amount yadro Zahara Man Herbal Capsules nso de ye poni din a na ese 2 minutes man fo nyina ye omo nsase chese obi ani age e ma mema gina wo na so sonko kra na fe so asay jisisi yare bia so afiri ho jabusu wo man mo herbal store pharmacy any chemical shop bia
me baba ma wo 20 years onye osa almost 5 years ni ma so no so the doctor me hunu so etimi wo ti me so na me fa wo number me fira wo na so me nkoto Zahara minto ni nsire na minto to pa ni nka ho so na me ba ne ko product ya moja na nse wo timi wo start so wo nu wadro no moja ni nyina jai na nse ni nyina jai doctor nya mi fira wo nyaminya okasi no ho ato no kura
Karistic Herbal, my sister to no hospital, I can see any moon get for and 1,000, 2,000 and I for. Now me cry me a young girl, 25, 26 years. Into me women's I'm a jai briar. I'm a cashier doctor and not sure me so. Ever poor me. Now I'm pan so. Enti I'm me koto too no. Zahara mixture and in the capsules no 2. And I'm in the start here. Me no me say. So be coming women's at the last time me women's last year September. And now this month me women such as a small flow, heavy flow, and cassa, obiani as a hormonal imbalance, cyst, infection, and so Yankopon, and I'm carrying stick for so, and your mother Zahara mixture and G capsules. Infection, dear Ben, you'll be beer.
Na me DPO, you go check here. Na yes, I was through. Doctor, who number I was TV show, and I me fire, and I me go told you. To me, fire, and I me frown, now which I me said, no, and to me, no one, and I who say, since I have that, me with you, Mufa, then Yana said, we are all DP piano, one more than unknown to be, a yepa, a brain, a grow papa, sugar, and I have me. So, no, to also, mental was on the back of 5. Me saw first one, second one, not me sugar, no, was so kaka, but they started sending me, Yamia, the Mabafo. The break, like I said, don't be fine.
Mena tata bro be ye busumi nsia kra ahoma ma twa ne pita kra da o e na enya yare ba ko ne wo mi mu ne wo ye fun yade mi wo pipi mi wo afikire yade no na de sa yade we menya stroke kra e ma ye bia ma ko hospital ma pa ha ma pa bibidra wo do e ka ye no ka kire me se me nkoto sahala me no mo hwe nti me to ba ko na me no me ye no a e san ye no me hu se me na na e so te e na se be me sato e na me sato te se me na na ho ne de ni na ko e ma me juso no so bo sa ye yellow te sa anka bi atwe kura me si me twa picture kura me ti da no sa me de de ahono ne kire wo na me de de me ne ya atwe fo ne kire wo a wo sa ampa me na na atwe ti a ye
Okay, Yan Saimra na Yemetwa Sunfa Emamo. Kessben Television, Kessben 93.392.9. Zekov Mohammed. And anyway, and so Abreye tell Andy Gebb that Benjamin Asare will go to the 2026 World Cup and make sure he proves him wrong. Tell him that Ben is an international asset, and I can confidently say he will emerge among the 5 best performing goalkeepers in the 2026 World Cup. Trust me, and we the Phobians will do everything humanly possible to protect him. Ben, Nyame Etiasi. We need a case.
Sezekov.
They
had to folk team in on more than bonds and you could cover kappa. Or he will support it.
We are Cassie.
Benjamin Sari on Yadi.
Yeah.
I don't think his issues, your really issues about men.
Okay.
Zekov sanity.
No group of supporters should create the impression that there is a scheme to frustrate one club. The referees are just showing how incompetent they are. That's all. Titi Somanya Yantuasu. Yanko Madrid Man City game. I don't know. Maintain and cabe 3-4 days. We have no say we are no I no fin about. Yeah, do baby I say nipa nye so nipa do baby so nipa
nyame kra na ni na kwanu asado so na zenka di kwa se debi otu
sorry bra ayo create me break
mo pena horo no makopana te maba seju me to aso Santiago na ba me nka kana se mo heavy kala oba me ka se me pa o cheo me kala ayo to be break te ban ko ni pa boni ni pa
why don't go for Kalasa? You don't go for my.
Say me theater 3 days ni refit ho aba sem sa o madwuma
na friend
entina me just if you say you want no akasa na me just oh
we didn't gasa adey dia sem dia nkwana
that dey grab
serious Sammy sound no hard into mo hena mo ni so okay you trust
UEFA Champions League big game Santiago Bernabeu. Then no story about Bonten quickly Madrid for now be denying in them. And everybody, you know, can't you called it the negatives, but a honor says quickly we sense same BC there. The rank no story about say for the first time in the history of Real Madrid, a big game against Manchester City microphone to take it now. Now quickly Madrid Ben you said that be take it now I can hear the Manchester City fans.
Yeah.
But omo di enasa. Into the omuja and Man City fans, you know. Omo against Manchester City and this season. So what share Madrid team now? Home games or my bunina, the only team I watch me saw me in the Champions League, Man City Nkwa. Omo no mo be sure mo at home. It was a game Madrid played very, very well. But omo elusuye. I miss Juventus, AS Monaco. Now we share other game Benfica game omo boya. Say home di omo holding. But Manchester City this is not a dominant Manchester City team. So you we a team on money Bodo Glade crab or more bread. But a table I want to say Madrid team na ankasa na said you I want in a woman up of him. Players ni be bra into any game on more boy, you know. Jude Bellingham ni ho, Kylian Mbappe ni ho. The main man anytime they play Manchester City or they go West. On city ho. Se game we ho no even original topper. Done and dusted at the Bernabeu because Timi Manchester City yepa. And the uni ho. Meleta uni ho. So we show team now. And the Courtois will be busy. Again, Trent Alexander-Arnold another test case for him. Games are bono. Jino enko ye mfama no. But only problem be because you or against an English side that unim omo. Alvaro Carreras in so anyhow. Into a year, Edward Mendy na beba, a Ferland Mendy, sorry, and a beba the left side of the Madrid defense. On at this level, so much experience. Into I don't think say issue and on Abrantia your friend Semenyo and so Rumwood Bernabeu. On the pim from the right. Mamouche is likely to start from the left side. Into Mamouche Semenyo, Ellen Holland up front, and a Madrid for Eddie Pim. Midfield. Coach your friend Abelu decided to go Bob Pitachi, Eddie Naka, Gule, Freddy Vavadi, and Chomene. And I know Franco Case baby Edu and Pitachi sem. And no I can't almost say on one theatre underestimate too. Level no more carbon and your player from academy. And I do know all Babe change way. Omo bo every experience no kwa hunu so o se Pitachi. Nti Kamavinga aba onu so be Babe join the midfield so Kamavinga Freddy Vavadi and then Chomene. I don't think say issue at all in midfield. Na Gule from the right. The only problem here, Nipa no obey anymore. No Rodrigo. Where you game as Mbappe or Hona Rodrigo, a game against Manchester City, and you expect those three players no so be taking anymore. So all the attention is going to be on Vinicius Junior. Now, none of the teams in the Madrid, the Bonum who said there be weapon here back up. Ubo so munya ko lodu the right side. Into the Biamos have been a day or Chiba Kumienu. Na game ni na close to her. Just outside the ball a betri. And no, and I hear the problem, and sometimes Uncle stay or else or some bat up because I do. So, oh, Bob Magway, not so, oh, Bob who been the ass, dear. Gonzalo Garcia Moha, and Nori right side, Matthias Nunes from the other side, and midfield, Nico really a best supporting midfield, Nekama, and then Bernardo Silva, and then Rodri. Into Manchester City, and a full team as against a more depleted Real Madrid team playing at home. But say you Madrid a team be in the Champions League. Omu hope say a few there. Almost at the last time a team embarrassed in the Champions League 4 goals was against Manchester City with the Etihad. And again Arsenal so babe PM with the Bernabeu and Sam Koye and Fan Madrid. Even that no more full squad the first time they played Manchester City at home. Into Pep Guardiola against Real Madrid, no, the difference was Carlo Ancelotti and now Pep Guardiola Efri Musa. This time the Madrid team looked depleted. The only aura of the game, the Madrid Champions League or I'll be him say when they get to the Champions League night nothing to stop them. But so with Manchester City form almost in recent times any the Madrid done in the Champions League not the only game lose to against Manchester City. Man City, I foresee them picking something from this particular game. But so man to me on top of Vinicius Junior Diagina, Manchester City will be in trouble.
The Hearts of fans making noise about their goalkeeper. If you ask Adukwei about the opening game in 2026 World Cup, Papo said he felt dizzy after he saw the people at the stadium. Meanwhile, this was a foreign-based player who had even represented Ghana at Olympics in 2000. Sorry, Mami say enkan bi mumfa encheye Sami Brana behwe mo sound ni you Mr. Mo. Okay, but yensa ntwas be mumfa encheye. The Hearts of fans making noise about their goalkeepers who ask Adukwei Papo about the opening game in 2006 World Cup. Papo said he felt dizzy after he saw the people at the stadium. Meanwhile, this was a foreign-based player who had even represented Ghana at Olympics in 2004. Kazola Edwin Fisuga Kope and Abreye. Why is it that clubs in Ghana, Ghana Premier League today struggle to surpass the historic 78-point record, despite the league having 18 clubs playing 34 matches and using 3 points for a win system? Okay, there will be and so the Abba Mamemfa we Benji the Entrato Infancy we are PSG should come and beg us before it's too late, because we don't want what happened in the last time repeat itself. If they fail to come, then they should come with Nkenten to collect Wutu. My greetings will come Honorable Wisdom Osei Buama, MCE Achumangwa Biaja South, Unadiwi, and so Abraham. Quickly, Mamincha, Nana Fori Jamfi, Misan Acha, Ne Anopa, Kwanguma, and Oye Adum Chidom, Hine, Nana programming. I want to say, I could be pen one seven over YouTube over 1 year. I say, that's a part, I'm going to show more quatinting. Na Oma Oyoko Dro, Nana Ofori, Jemfi, Kwangoma, Adum Chidom, Hine. All right. Marimra, Dr. Franco. Before, who may be a Kalao? Then I could see monitor program, no. Na, or say, Kalahoye. Yeah. Osma my friend and Brenna only few crashes here.
Oh, okay.
Or Dakusio. So by now, and then you need to a crab at over pay week. I want no why is stable? Yeah, here was a bit to crab a day.
Why is stable?
Why is stable to see? There's only that day in one way. And the fans came. Come for beer when I won't kwana. Go for the beer goose kala. A day.
Good to me, sir. Gadakusi and company craft.
For this, obey 3 days. That is Roman in 3 days. Now, I'm local gate in Fakir, my offensive security man. More money in P.
Kasuko, you be going to camp crab.
More money got everything. When you can't kiss it. Ay, Kala. It was.
You know, it was 13th July 2025, and Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, at MetLife Stadium, in front of over 81,000 spectators inside the stadium. Now, inform PSG, the then defending champions. Inform Paris Saint-Germain, defending champions of the Champions League, Chelsea Titi almost 3-0. Some 9 months along the line, these two teams are meeting again. Interestingly, just some 2 changes in the BSC with team. Enzo Maresca as manager will free Chelsea, and Donnarumma will free PSG as a coach. Almost everybody available at that time is available. Less Fabian Ruiz, Obekas only available for the game, and then on the side of Chelsea, maybe Levi Cowell are also available. Nti Omano Mujidi is a fluke, a team at Chelsea, and Omushe PSG, maybe is a chance for Chelsea to prove that indeed Enye fluke behind the sea. And maybe it's also a chance for PSG to prove say indeed a accident in the sea. They want to put Chelsea at their right place. Oshamu back for no more that game. I don't expect changes as I will. Clearly, those guys are still there. Nuno Mendes and then Ashraf Hakimi is still in the fullbacks, and of course, Marquinhos and Pacho still there. Midfield and Ibia, Fabian Ruiz is more likely not to play today. But Vitinha, João Pedro, and maybe Zaire Emery could be there. Kvaratskhelia is still available. Minim Sebia, the form of Bakola, and Ebemano are starting ahead of him. Desire Doué is still available. Dembele is fit and is still available to play in this game. Into Kamia Kwesa, our squad, and very likely say we'll see about 80% from both sides meeting. It's a tough game. Yasha Chelsea in the Champions League this season. But you know, I think that baby Andy Girano, me feel say PSG a slight favorite over Chelsea at Parc des Princes. Chelsea best in this game for me is a drawn game, but it's going to be a close contest. I'm not too sure what Liam Rosenier be, because that first game, one of the determining factor was the decision of Enzo Maresca to decide say the captain or the Baby Gina in Finfi instead of the fullback. I don't know. So there is James Weber in Finfi beam. And also being confidence in Andres Santos. So Meka Moise Caicedo, where will he play Palmer? If he decides that way, it means that Palmer is likely to move to the right as a winger. Maybe or the Enzo Fernandez Akobo, the number 10, behind informed João Pedro. General, it's a tough game. Obiaka say easy, but I think say PSG is a slight favorite.
Okay.
The Bekoso Ewo Eye Benabao. Now no draw no by and them say we are seeing Obeka say a boom so Bianca say at the fixture we have 5 successive seasons. Man City, Real Madrid, we get it. In fact, since 2011-2012 season, our City Elba Champions League in 15 times and we share Real Madrid. Interestingly, everything is parity, like a pepe. Ubia winning 5-5 and a 5 I draw. Inti ene sebako peke winner yebeka say in terms of head to head nipa no aba that team no na abasro. Madrid is going into this game not on good form, but I think that City has improved, winning 9 out of their last 11 games. Our own Antoine Semenyo benya the Champions League debut omo bida ebre din kaini. He's on form. And I think the City and Nimuhonum currently is scary. So Antoine Semenyo, Ellen Hallard, Jeremy Doku, or Omar Mamusha, whichever the coach decides. In the FA Cup, it was Jeremy Doku, and he was in super form with some sweet assist. So Jeremy Doku, Ellen Hallard, and then Antoine Semenyo could be deadly for any team to handle. And in midfield, gradually, Rodri is picking up. In midfield, Bernardo Silva is currently playing well, and Nico O'Leary, I think they cemented the experience. Those two guys in the Edeba. Problem for Real Madrid for me, how my defense, a bit meet the scary Man City attack, because Rudiger is not playing so well. Asensio, Rudiger for me, and yet that for me double. And Obian himself Trent Alexander-Arnold, or not Trent because of the defensive abilities, but because of his offensive play. Mendy has been that active because Carrera say Ako bench, but then due to that injury, he is coming back to play for Real Madrid. General, the game is Bernabeu. City Kohoko 2-1 in the league phase. I wonder how Madrid will face them. I think it's still going to be difficult for Real Madrid to win this game. How many more looking so good for me, even their midfield. Minister America said they will go into a game without a proper even winger, because Adagula, Valverde, Chouameni, and I think the other midfielder, Camavinga. Maybe our ball. Garcia and then Vinny Jr. I think City, even though they are playing away from home, they still look quite favorite in this game, General.
Okay, young fancia na achino mo winia na mo kaya manfonso. Amanfom Benny candle no at both ends. And ye mamona mu godi na mu and na so ni muska odi e. On family on. Okay.
41,000.
Yes, no, 41. Oh, this one no spread you. No, they are my way. No, they are relations. 41,000. And right now, some get to a crowd. I don't know, so did what was so. To be want to go into a cellar down here, maybe.
Was it what Brennan?
So it is one for you.
Was what Brennan say, went to the pan, was our TSC media. And I bright to me find a number, man.
Also, a terror.
Me crowd me affiliate, me a tipster, but Nancy Moyadi. Obinya this hari I know the average. Me affiliate me adwuma companies bebre me so metric dom.
Okay.
Ana me ka.
Bet.
I know na.
Now when you also share
affiliate.
And they from affiliate. As a ucha now do level be na the affiliate.
And say from there 2018 they me affiliate.
Wow.
Almost
I know who didn't go from obi cha no dia.
Me pet dom companies. No almost am me share revenue. It was if it be CPA cost per acquisition CPA timidi nipa ba ku ya ba me wode me
a course on this one but I didn't know
it's a how in the part time be na we mo
oh the be say be adwuma
the high part time
the me adwuma say we ni dey enye gidigidi bia say per customer no ya online so asem
wow ti da odo ku bia $1 na dey mo
be $1 be cedi international companies
$1
but and no pay rabbi the bar say rabbi say running the trapet
wow
oh me because you are university no you me junior and I'm training you
na so kan bumo pay no ko baby wow me da chiro na mama why na on do deep papa
see system no why basa
what go into osan ye galamsey ka ho I don't know all right
asa o ka say me tie also no ko ne
na no awo dey say no bi any say ska obje bibia
o say galamsey ka na me boa ska obje no say galamsey nyini nyina na yempene ya bi o
and this ska obje
o say even na so mo just carrying the okay, yento so obi the question be buy for BYT. I don't know say obeye ho adwuma nsana. Videos no ha ni nyina no ye behwe ho nsem enso de ato edwa. FIFA president Gianni Infantino also did some kakra to just say President Emma America Donald Trump amakwan say Iran it will be ball World Cup asembia nto omo beba afa omo ho tese bibia be kama pa dem omo nti mo nsusu kra say omo beba World Cup no ye kwa ba na ni coach na nyina no ye nyina ho nsem enso aba. I think we should be very careful so that in our quest to satisfy people's interests, we will not create another form of captaincy problem for ourselves when there is none. Okay. I say this has been the biggest problem of our time, of our team, during every tournament. And now that it's gone to bed, we should not wake up a sleeping lion. In case the day comes back to the team, will he be coming back as a captain or just a team player? And if he's coming back as a captain, what happens to Jordan Ayew? Also, the name of the Ghanaian game is already in disrepute. So the FA should find solution to it rather than always charging people for exercising their displeasure. The FA president is on record, is on record to have criticized officiating as below par or below poor. But this same FA charges coaches when they criticize officiating. What kind of double standard is that? Justice Mampon Sam, Health Center, and Apeja we they are brilliant. All right, BYT, remember away. Na affiliate. Sorry, it's no more kakra. Yes. Yeah, this is you know, all train dumb comma betting companies, you know.
nse kakra say unya
but say
omo beba mu na sustain na ya asenti enye hwe
na wan kasa so awde ko say enye obia no mutimi peke ne so metwe do ma omo so do level bi ansa na omo akwa na watwa bet ne pa o to ne kanu ho na e good pa
o kanu so show
on so show
utu
chema kanu
min tu chairman is as savior but o show so o ye na dwuma pa
the system question was how ne kanu head to
head de obusa ra baka se me mba me so obusa me ameka so
okay
iti ama obi anam ne baby
it's more uncomfortable me hard pa he for wo kanu na wan
bua a confidential bua okay say the moment any pan the bar bonte there say baby group of we say me mo wodi on
ai ni mo mo
za me boss
why
BKB
kaka woduka
o say coach you our life
why they
o say coach your life
betting coach
our life yes oh say bia e program na wa hyehyɛ na wa keka coach no enya some kwetu akora yi na so
can come
but based on sponsorship if you are company less sponsor lo
I'm sure yes go betting more okay
gonna just ka ba no to mo me adwuma ya say papa is ka do mo do mo ansa no mo but then all of a sudden have this kind of basa that's why we invite me to party bi
wow
party no cause private party and I me confirm me it's cover right on.
Now so guys, cheap deal like actually say, Elio because we try now. Bet na.
You know for to so one of ya. Oh I see. Oh okay. Wow. Young kwai.
Ono na bit maka.
Oh, Edina na. Oh, I'm dosu.
Aye ni mo.
O say,
aye ni mo.
Oh, so obi e na di enti ro.
Okay.
I'm dosu. Oh, system ni.
Okay. But wonya no who say tam. So ba say obo hwe na wonya no who say tam. So na ba na na this is betting
actually right wonya no.
Okay.
Oh, that be o ye because of sponsorship. Say company no.
Say you bet music no.
Entwaso.
You know, o cost no say
ma me hwe hobi no o busa sembi efa me ba a second me ba o say why is it that clubs in the Ghana Premier League today struggle to surpass the historic 78-point record despite the league having 18 clubs playing 34 matches and using the 3 point for a win system?
Yeah,
see na Edru win a mouse 3 points no 78 no be ant me no bio.
Yeah, you know, 78 points in a House of Folk team of 2002 and Hebetado. And Omutiminya 78 points. And Akotokonya 73 Tosumino. And 2003 Kotokoso de 75 points under Razak, Golden Boy. But what recent times I had the bar 18 club Liga. I shas here after COVID ebetwemu na ye started after the finish season na
16 clubs.
Yeah, 16 between 1999 and 2018 na ye tranketi ni nyina na 16 and e boa ya bought 14 club ya bought 12 ya bought 18 ya bought 20 league club crowd Ghana hada but ye de ba ye chikakra ye be ko ye chi ahwe sisters no near about 18 club league no points are no munya at that time na ye 2 point system no said you dey buy you know general over here last season Samatters day how many points Nigeria Ghana league 60 Babian goes at the 63 points Nigeria
okay
and Samatters age you know on also the 61 points Nigeria mediama the 60 say Kotoko under Ogum and a course with 67 points. Yeah, House of Folk G League, you know, and Kusama word were the 61 a year. It would have time I say, you issue 18 class na ball, and bread King Face and Great Olympics back home, and my year boy, COVID and Sabe, my year after first round. I said about 2020-21 season. You know, Washa, whatever, say, you about 18, you been up say times 3, you been 102 points. Now the highest crowd watimi akọ Kotoko 67 under coach Prosper na to Gumaji. Meaning say ye 2 points gu bebre ten say ye bought 30 clubs no. Your friends ye bought 30 games 16 club league. So I has of could 78 edge no. Na ye bought 30. And ye ku ye cheaper na ye had time ye did 34 games e buy ya. That was 62 63 league season. Republicans ebeka home here dey Ahosu United, Voter United, Mumbai, any club it is Eastern Rovers. Your ball league, you know. Team now or Ghana League at that time, no. All your points are winning or we need 26 matches. A draw 6 matches. 82.2 points, no. 26, you know. Ebe amount 52 plus in the 6 points now. Yeah, they can not just say your real league in you 58 points. And we a 2-point system. It is a old day. 3 points in na bank kunya 84 general na Ghana League.
Okay.
Meaning say anka ho near de ba ko bianya 84 points unlike the highest CCA under Prosper Ogumodi 67 na Ghana League. Now, yenhwe current league ya yeboy. Do lead of 46 points. At a point, no about first 2 matches. Wakwasha Karela, wabefia be vision. Na okuta points are 6 out of 6. And obe lusu. Your friends are about 2 matches. Wakwasha Doma game against Young Apostles. And wababeshe vision. And we 3 lusu to Karela. It's about 9 matches. No, I drop it just 3 points. Meaning Senanko Obedeba. After losing to Karela, Obebo 17 games without a defeat. Or we need 10. And 30 points. A draw 7 matches out of the 17 games, you know. Interior no, na Hong Kong general accumulated 37 points. To the Kokani 6 now, or ball first 2 matches are no I share Young Apostles or Doma, no Abeshe Vision FC Wofia. O Kaboma no about 43. But the last 5 games amount 15 points general when you trip an account. It will pages muji league table no to so CCA. All the Tuesday CCA or 46. Meaning say the remaining 9 matches now can general amount 27 points. Yeah, the can go 73. On to me miti has a folk record of 78 points. No. So see I make as no. What the last 15 points also original. When you just trip what to 12 ago. It means that on to me drew and I can 6 matches 6 points are or drop pieces here. Why are the answer obey you quality dear Prosper Ogum yeah mark or 66 points. Has I earned twice 70, 89, 90 and only about penalties away no 2 points. Ubo home now near 2 points. Over penalties now near 2 points. Why bet draw? Why be lose penalty no 1 point? And so I'm going to call 78 points in Ibisa. General, also about 64, 65 league season. Now see about 34 league matches. Baby Binti about 29. Now out of 29 points, no team now G League. Then the 3-point system na year Juma. Konya 73 general. Meaning say 64, 65 no sukwano. Na sa team near better than a name for your mobile. 75. When I got a Ghana League, about 34 matches. Points I got to Konya, no 2-point system, no. Senkene 3-point system. You did number of wins, you man 2 points. Edit another a year 2. Say another 2. It ye chemu miensa. You the bako sa be kan ho a. Anka te say bi anko we need 20 matches. 20 matches 2 points remember 40 points. Tinkeni asa the 20 be kan ho na 60. O de kan ho se obenya ko benya 81 points na the Ag League no. Meaning say better than this current former teams in this one year the Ghana League enya champions. 78 House of Folk a points onya no. House of Folk diane pena enen ka de toto one ke drop here. Because out of 34 matches House we need 20. 78 a draw 5 matches lose 9 matches. Etinka points omunya 45 points no. Enei o they cut 3-point system and has bebe 65 points. And so krano the last couple of seasons ayabon only Kotokope na meet our standard no. Medical Kase last season Gold Stars in 63. We Kotokodian for the highest. Media man 60. Samate 61. House of Folk Ujili go 61. Enti 5 seasons abetwa mu ayabon nyina no. Obianu a reach 70 points. Abra ye 12 points abeka all 30 matches ane ebo no. ana ubenya 90 points na dia agi league so o win ni nyina akoni nyina winning streak ni nyina ene ye the 12 points na abeka because the 4 games bia ya 3 points abeka ho yet they are yet to break that record 79 ye ball league ni wie no nanka 3 point system anko George enya 73 same as 1980 anka ya the 3 point system na adwuma anka kotokoji 1980 nkonya 82 points.
Okay.
Now, said the obusa question no. A dear na ba ana dear na league no. He say akwa ya obi ntimi mfa sa points no and breaking record that was 78. Etika in all
78 no almost 2 points in nyasa na
3 points. I know you has to folk 2002 3 points but you had 12 points abeka ho. Sa 3 points.
Not clubs in say.
Na 16
clubs. Okay.
16 no near ball 30 games. And odinya 78.
Okay.
It means all drop 12 points.
Okay.
Asan konya 90. And or 12 points guye. Ba wo ba ne ya
16 30 games and 18 34 games.
34 right? Games 102 points no. Next year the 12 more points. Aba beka 90 na first ni nya no but sa 12 points na de buy no ki amfa amakura mgidie senkeye because per the numbers ne stars e down no they are yet to meet that 78 points no and I had ding share recent times we have to folk that era of 2002 no everywhere kotokona pick it up in 2003 just 75 points ebeje Ghana League in 30 games ya hu biemu general bit be 57 56 55 Bekwemu era under Park Bashir Effort and a Kukuru 69 points at the G League in 2007-2008. If you are the closest Kotokone Bioma or this 67 G 2021-22 league season. And today now ba ye clubs no by now one general only said the last 8 season man can order that say 8 different clubs in Ghana League. Out of 14 clubs in Ghana League, you know. What the previous times no etotoa na 7 clubs pen ekuta Ghana League titles ene emu ebeye for said the mekano no because Kotokone has how supreme no omo year previously no aba form ama say 7 new clubs aba be wurem. You talk of Ediana Stars 2009 2010 Brekum Chelsea of 2010 2011 and Odiaba Wow Stars at that time now Legon Cities of 2016 we are waba be bo Mediama, waba be bo Samates, waba be bo baby any Go Stars. Omu nyina ba be wuram. Ama se si ameno ka say. First ananka denser clubs bi G League. Only Olympics. And na all division waji 2. Omo maka Wise Azakes. Dwarfs mu nyina kuta bako. Eye Kotoko has. Until say Ashanti Gold ebebo wuram that time go face. Eje to asom yen so omo sa benya bi 2015. E make it 4. Ewo yen dwumadi no so say wo hwa na o boom kwankwa hwewachi after 56 hours ye kran ne omo champions omo ne 11 wise ball coronation match no 58 hours beje 59 was Kotoko 60 was Wise 61 62 House of Folk beje 62 63 Republicans 63 64 Kotoko 64 65 Kotoko 66 na B ne Kotoko Razia Kuba 24 February ye chanke T season no Emma ye bar 67 ebe bo gala no kwa there was incidents bebrea ye jelly be United players be me nsakra 6 months e wo Kumasi High Court Emma hu nsensem e ba Ghana ye wie ye 1967 na ye de gala ne ba ye no se ye mo no the league was abridged ye born long season enti ye de gala be se mu ma do ase beje ye terminus ye mfa no mo league no enti do ase ye winners 67 68 Kotoko Sabaji 69 was Kotoko 70 ansana Olympics eba new club awo be wuram after say na Wise abe wuram ba akopɛ ama Republican so ne enyenum House Supreme na o Ghana football ejiju obi team players e abo no wonder so mo beji 62 63 na wo new club awo wuram esa tene ko House of Folk in 71 72 Kotoko Sabaji 73 was has and San Olympics ever 74 from 74 75 Kotoko 76 House of Folk 77 Azake Sabe Wurem general after 1977 no club ne wura league ni mu ebeje Ghana league biem until 93 94 season because 76 7 as akes be wie no 78 was House of Folk, 79 House of Folk, 80 Kotoko, 81 Kotoko, 82 Kotoko, 83 Kotoko, 84 was House, 84 85 was House, 85 86 was Kotoko, 87 Kotoko, 88 89 Kotoko, 89 90 House, 90 91 Kotoko, 92 Kotoko. The last amateur league October ended 3rd October 93 was Kotoko. And Sanya the professional league by 18 December 1993. And Sana new club unity. So just look at the years between 77 and 93. No club in the it was Kotoko House. But there's a league nasa. House a cross habit jet to Asunsia. After go face as go to budget jet to Asumiansano. Yansan who any other club from 1996 up to 2009. As an yes, a new club, a Diana Stasi Bill. And the Mihun is a league in Mabe Bie. Ama obia Bowrambi. And to one nanko mukuta a domina or players or top papa. Eddie Ramunya the best of players. Eddie Ura national team near de. Eddie Babaji Ghana, ye league, you know, or Maba form. It will be a chap points, no. It's a bad day, 70 cry this time around because a league ya boy. So be 75. Any 78 no etwam because 27 points na aka de be card what that first effort says no ye benya 73 meaning say ntimi miti and old dream who say ase media ma bet ma win the rest of the games 9 games no abenya sa 73 na the question is no because of our recent performance into one assist column na and nyame adma fi ye be sa age said ye na message ne buy
okay BYT. All right, teacher mo di amaye. And so no meko na makofa nkrato kakra de a free Dr. Amuzu and so aswe yeba na mo videos ni ade nyina no and mo messages ni de hunsam kakra ba na other local stories no kwa Mickey and so de abre yeba sisi Dr. Amuzu.
Ababa Amuzu Herbal Clinic na yediedo mema etiefo nyina akwa Ababa Amuzu Herbal Clinic na yediedo bia ba efe no Amuzu Garlic Bitters eyedura emamoje die fusane ewo nipadua nu mu eyedura ebua ma obia ne pressure ewo soro eba fom pa obisu a otiemia wadres rade abroso obehia Amuzu Garlic Bitters. Amuzu Garlic Bitters prevent numbness so be say mensa anasa minan 83 nedro eye Amuzu Garlic Bitters. Amuzu Garlic Bitters controls urine flow. Dear odun so bebre na so so basa no onye Amuzu Garlic no mu a emesoti kura. Amuzu Garlic Bitters prevent sciatic pains. Obi say doctor me to ase twetweme unya Amuzu Garlic no mu atu edi. Amuzu Garlic Bitters is good for stroke patient. Obi anya stroke, obu a stroke na born in kaye. Unya Amuzu Garlic no mu atu edi. Sa medre na sofu bi anya stroke for years. What thought wa menu panom ai na wetimi asore ananti waka. Amuzu Garlic Bitters boost the immune system and fight infections. Se utie me na se uyo chiremewu yare biya ba bekrawa. Kopa Amuzu Garlic no mu en ne mo ho ye dene. Na kutie nyarewa. Amuzu Garlic Bitters prevent body weakness. Obu ha ahomre woni so. Amuzu Garlic Bitters dilate the arteries ebiabia intinimu mamoja ediefusani yie pa. Amuzu Garlic Bitters support the pancreas. Amuzu Garlic no pancreas no ya de ne modidi a ekotwetwe sugar na glucose na mu no me so te mass sugar eba normal. Amuzu Garlic Bitters improves vision. Obu oho a ne pressure was with the man de hunu wo form. Onya Amuzu Garlic no mo buaw ma friends woni na eye wisi no we hu ade yie pa. Amuzu Garlic Bitters prevent palpitation. Nipa bia home ban sese home no e wosu bebre sa kope Amuzu Garlic nenom. Amuzu Garlic Bitters prevent insomnia. Obu ha obre pansa wada ye fradi basic any sulfur e ye rich Amuzu Garlic mu ye ko gu mu a na mabody ne home na home bo se nche na wada enti de na hu edi ma no kope Amuzu Garlic Bitters nenom. Amuzu Garlic Bitters enrich in allicin and selenium, which helps improve blood circulation on the male sex organ. Inti bema osi oda humachi antini bema nkano. Kopa Amuzu Garlic no mwe. Nima moja ni die fusane enko bema no hunadechi ya watini nka. Amuzu Garlic Bitters is rich in arginine. Ena musa arginine ninti ɛbɔ mmaa awodi akwa no ho ban mmaa sɛbuo mmaa kɔsuatoɔ nyinaa no ɛmɔ nyinaa kɔ so kama nti ɔba obu ne sɛ a ɛmba yie wobɛhia amuzu garlic bitters ɔba ɔmpɛ sɛ na wɔ ɛte kɔ so hia amuzu garlic bitters wokɔ drugstore pharmacy anaasɛ herbal shop biara wobɛnya bi atɔ wopɛ duro nsɛmisɛ bi nso a na wafra me nama ɛyɛ 0247 776743 0247 77 6743 Amuzu Herbal Clinic Mauji Hiochalo.
Global and a betimi aboa. One man share or media banner say you do betu kwankwa manone, never kwakusua de with degree, and also masters and also PhD. One more boam wetimi aqua ye. And in this channel some, na for the talent link global. Na one more and more. Talent link global. One do be US of A. One do be Canada. One do be Australia. Na wetimi aqua kusua de. Adisiano eye degree, adisiano eye masters, adisiano eye PhD. And she share more at the money. Wamba boama top universities are womo enkro we amabobosi. Wometima boam wetima koho. Enya one of the top universities etima koso koyo degree or masters and also PhD. Apart from some boam wetimenya university no, wamasa so boam ama fundamentals no, semponum obese ukwa na koyo degree o masters and also PhD no wamo eno bedi nkomo no ma kire o course aye wo ha no course akoye wo ho a ebetimi aboa wo tuition deposit assistance for the summer boa amietima ma scholarship o scholarship no we be wanya 60% say num any scholarship on saka wo sika ka che so tua no kwan be so na be fa so etua wamo ebeboa wo kwan be na metima fa so aboa mo nya scholarship no student loan support and so ebo hobby at the amount. Woman we nyina no o visa application no womo ebeboa ma visa no wonsa etimi aka na fei woma ma onimdie kwanya beteba faso no otime tu kwan hyene so bua wutu kwan na koduru abroche okwana yetimi san ye no be kire okwa beteba faso mo koduru a unya ha obia na fo kwakodo wa hyase eko school no job opportunity ebo ho edemount bumpe we na peden enunti eno so hwehwe talent link global talent link global no model echo one more a stadium scoreboard amekom your number is 0553 112036 0553 112036 and I said 0557 1424224 0555 714224 talent link global you betu kwan amoko bo degree or masters and PhD Unilever and SSAB one the Rexona ediaba and the lax tablet soap no and so abedwaso and no pebie dware anumere bie dware u dware asamna di dware no and no and a chere dware a we dware obetiba yusu samna bie dware obewie no na bibia nsesai e wo nipedue no mu and nunti and also use lax beauty tablet soap no now di dware wo di dware a ebeboa ma skin no etimi atoso wo di dware ebeboa ma skin no aye soft e de ma wo di dware ebeboa ma ho enso aye hwehwehwam because of vitamin E any C ewo muti no wo di dware a eboa wo nipedua ni ye papa any supermarket bia be ko bia no sesemena na apedi akoto akodware a aye lax tablet soap no ɛna wɔsɛ okotobi Lux beauty tablet soap no ɛna wɔsɛ okotobi na wo use ɛdi dware wɔdware wie no obe spray wɔ motiom obia dware wie a oyisi deodorant ɛna boaw ɛmo motiom wɔ ɛnso ɛyɛ ehwam ɛnu ti sɛ no so deodorant bi wɔ hɔ a wo use a for few minutes na deodorant ne from motiom wɔ ope deodorant 72 hours na wo motiom na ho ayɛ hwehwehwɛ mo a bomoden ɛkɔpɛ Rexona yomu eye emienu ya wode spray ho ene wonu roll on ho ne nyina bebo adwuma enso ede ama sweat eye ade a emwo ye papapa nanso ne padua no ade bia ye bia no ye sweat ne titu no motumo o sweat a bomode na use eye Rexona ebema sweat ne so atwa because sweat no e produce bacteria na nam so ema ho sebisem mpredua sa ebon Rexona ene betimi aboa Rexona de eye papapa ko pebito na use na bema ho pampan no ayehwam na the Lux tablet soap no enso edi edware main distributors Daddy Ash store obetima fed Daddy Ash our number way so 0531 013881 0531 013881 your branch awon crying Takra de Kumasi Ubunye Adum PZ so Danny Cancer Beauty Glow and so ho Kijetia Dubai and a Kijetia gate number 8 Makwala Mall I won't cry and a Makwala Central Market and so I won't cry. Your number no is 0543 384958. What for number way swam? Yabejo so Vim champagne energy drink. Vim champagne energy drink. Birthday party and awoye, engagement and awoye, asori shemu and awoye, any gathering beer we biano, ubetimine vim, champagne, energy drink no akwase, will be a baby piano, ebe numbi, nafe, ne ni enso ajehu, the vim champagne energy drink no, eye papa ne say, eye idea unomwa unya any side effect biya, nenso, we lost energy no, wo energy na every nipeduam ko because of a juma kwaye no ebesa so back e dia mawo down na waye no uto waye din because unwa de adekura e how num eye vim champagne energy drink ebema wo aya life ebeboa wo ejinja nipedua no enso e de amawo any garden bia betimi de akwase Trillium Industry Limited wamadaruma enomde abedwa so your number is 03221 90877 03221 90877 S7 Gospel Herbal Center S7 Gospel Herbal Center eye biaya ye dindro wudom na bedwa so natural healing na opese onya pomdeni ya trusted care ye bema wa pomden problem na face no efiri o ede amount ye the S7 Herbal Bam Ediaba S7 Herbal Bam Ediaba Jaso Bami deneye body pains waposo yo ya anaso wakotiahwe wachinkasa yo ya usisi yo ya rheumatism arthritis baby ahono ewo nipadua no ho bomodin yusu S7 Herbal Bam na masa problem no enso entwa pain ewo nipadua no mu ebekwa eye S7 and the betimi aboa ama pain no etimi akom ye de eye S7 Herbal ointment at the bedwa so odioko any drugstore any chemical shop bia bisasa pe S7 and no na papa S7 Herbal ointment no ebeboa dwiba enkrosa eyam apropro utrase ehua na ba trase we used be a ebeboa ye papa ama ni nyina no etimi akọ S7 Gospel Herbal Center your number is 0244 946778 0244 946778 what for number we so a ye bejo so Jabira Bank PLC at the Inshishaba Asempa loan Obatampa loan scheme and so just so current account and a peso be savings account microfinance shares susu dachinti investment account group loan fixed deposit ni na so do we beche Jabira Bank PLC na ya boa oko Jabira Bank PLC a your branches outdoor ejoso Roman Hill Adesiman Pankrono Magazine New Road aboaso fomesa onwe sepetimpon bonre eni dwabin your number is 0271 409340 and that's 0544 745 856 0544 745 856 offer number way swam ya bejo sum Hebaso Company Limited and the Hebaso cream no and the bedjaso and your cream of Bema and the UC Bema obeso bejumaya and your Hebaso cream and also UC we so baso creamer a bebuama Bema uno be shimwa and Nijium and so etimia bam a day a mawo. We a Bema ho bantem, we a Bema uno be shima man and Nijia, we a Bema no be shima banabom, Samsung babio, we a Bema no be shima, no satisfaction. There be, wabani so mwana waba, masa problem ni suncha, hebaso cream, and I use a babuao. Apply cream niki tuebi, I will penis no ho, after 30 minutes when I go wash it, oh, wash we are, that is a breadroom, so no bano ebeshim, any drugstore. Any chemical shop be abekobiano ubenye biato your number is 0244 750 510 Fanco Enterprise Oko Fanco Enterprise yato plumbing materials be a biato biano a quality na ya affordable there a Fanco Enterprise and also come Fanco our doom yawo a oyerepa FM building natural pay and naso the neighbor Santasi Road odur brofi edua Fanco Plaza no obehuyen enso ho building contractor individual and nasa plumber there wadamfo and the Fanco Enterprise ko Fanco na yamboa na yama nyama papa binto ope eye China doors e binato sa double single 1.5 babu one so has been a bus a corporate energy fund games a basso ten way a sports networking any team bonding corporate organizations any groups and a eba a jumede asim enunti yakasa networking na oba obenya network ewo ho obetimi enye djuma ho wo ba wo ye company we obetimi enye djuma foforo edefi other company ho we corporate organizations and a kwakosia eba so Good Friday on the 3rd of April Good Friday 3rd of April ewo eye Paradise Resort and no ewo eye Lake Bosomtwe on a bia djumedie no eba so the 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. na djumedie no enso baso activities bebre and ebekoso football bekoso 5 aside ebekoso volleyball sack racing tug of war any games I would do bebre oye any corporate institution bia na pese bia bank and as a financial institution telecommunication company be construction engineering firm be pharmaceutical company and as a healthcare be tech and as a technology company be educational institution be hospitality company real estate and as any organization be na person ye part of it number way and abefre 020 836 0515 020 836 0515 what for number way so ya be joso na dwumedie e ba be koso woni ye hia ho na nso wetimi ama wenim enso agiye papa na wetimi akreti links ahodom enso ewo ho yento aso mfa local stories ahodo no yemfa emram ye be hyase enso ede efri eye dwumedie sunko ekosom the honorable sports minister will launch a sports fund na sports fund no a company sawodom individuals I will say to me contributing said the be betimi aboa na sabre yetimi nye sika na infrastructure abafom nyamesu essay ene adia ye sports no enyina timi etumpon ene na a GOC Ghana Olympic Committee womo so akomeki contribution of 40,000 Ghana cedis Ghana a sports fund no na womo enso akoko contribute a Ghana Olympic Committee when so Olympic there Olympics there e kwa activities nyama bebre ene hyase womo say aya problems womo fam no so mo so timi boa ene timi ka say ene ya womo the 40,000 Ghana cedis check de akwa Ghana Sports Fund for some sonje said the beya ebetimi aboa ema ye dwumedie na ye ba bedi no eno nso etimi akonkan enso ewo ho wo beke a enche Parliamentary Select Committee for Sports wo mo ko inspection awodom past government no wo mo develop artificial pitches bebre ewo eyenkura wodo so any various stadium wo renovation wo mo de ato the sports minister nim say no say the artificial pitches no any sports stadiums awodo a ewo ho no no I will say animanim ye the sports minister wotimi 2-1 among said the beer on metimi ashase na renovations work no wo metimi ayede free because most of the artificial pitches no we provide the Parliamentary Select Committee for Sports wo mo kwowie no advisor wo mo de akwa the honorable sports minister said the menim ye no wo mo tu sana mo no said the beer ebetimi aboa yen yento asom other stories yedeni enso beche bobokwam ye friend no true democracy and the Port City. One more game way our Division 1. So game me a man yet in Tokwasam and the PMO counter protest also Port City a protest against true democracy. True democracy a protest against Port City. Match no amanawie. This man committee or die. Say match no your money for near bonne for baby a minute ni duru no yen sanso ento aso yakoto aso abo minute no enso ewie enne anope tight security behind closed doors ya mo bia entimi anhwe game ne bi na game ne ba na wie no na true democracy wo matena ama Port City ashom kabako a wo mentimi antin inte say table no zone 3 no ya ko besa Port City and qualify with 8 matches to go on share our 6 points and some and kutomo our zone home now ko zone 2 honsom tight here papa between dwarfs and the ash gold 04 so when they qualify abesia kan our Premier League no mo enche and a bobo kwefen ash gold omo ye niamo nsam and the 5 matches home ban eto omo so wo bomu mienu akamiensa ansana emponomo ban no etima banewie Ghana Football Association womo enko form no mo Premier League no dwarfs so womo ne insuapon Fidelity match no womo abani omo se suba mo dan di no enye subampa womo ma dwarfs so 5 home matches so womo so entimi embo ewom homo anoma mo ban and sorry woman 15,000 Ghana cedis fine and so ato omo so and no say the city into dwarfs any ash gold so womo prim division 1 zone 2 no so ye the ban ato dwarfs so e must say one bobo 5 games away from home na mom say the bobo kwa friend no ash gold all 4 the womo abbo 2 matches efrim enu tiaka 3 more games was womo so etimi bom edi efri ho ye beto so other stories head coach and as a former coach Edema Kumase Asante Koroko coach Abdul Karim Zito enram one ni teammate James Kwesiapia ono member of the IMC edin komo ni nyina no efa ni sika se ya ka ekira o expect say so mutimitua ede emano na nkomodie mu na coach anasa meka say James Kwesiapia ya modemano no kano omo return kano emfambre Kumase Asante Koroko Kozito ejitum se kano ewo hom enu ntisabre IMC no awada emasese enra wometima kofa Kumase Asante Koroko coach ka ye frɛ no Toyota Fortuna no womo akofa kano no mo fa wie no mo make promise and ma Kozito se onya abotre emrepem ni sika na ka echi no womo ebetua edi amano but asat now de ka ne de akodi Kumase Asante Koroko boboko no enso hom yenko akra so bokaso ye eno alaje kambi woni Hazobok MD Julius Emunia ekosia Hazobok players ewo Hazobok womo training grounds na womo koye no in komodie no na meeting na depa na meeting no ekoso between the managing director and Alaja Kambi and then the players dedikan womo kobusa players no say DNT and after kodoko game results na abani nyina no any results papa we after training or training grounds and a place no ɛhyɛ ase so mu raise your concerns. Number 1 place no de to ɛyɛ MD nim sɛ salaries akyɛ ɔmo salaries akem no akyɛ wo mu ntua salaries no entem na salaries na emba no ɛno na play a role a affect ɔmo because ɔmo place na tua electricity bill ɛwɔ ɛyɛ pobiman ho ɛno nti sɛ salary mba ya ɔmo ntimi ntua ntia no ɔmo da sumu apart from sɛ ɔmo da sumu no so no electricity no ɛno na pumping nsuo enso ɛde ba ɔmo tank no mu ɛmfa ma ɔmo nti so ɔmo ntua na ɔmo ntima nkɔtɔ lighter ntimi pompe ɛmba nsuo ho yɛ de ma ɔmo ɛma ɔmo kɔ ɛyɛ buram ɛna kɔ sɛ nsuo ɛde ɛbɛdware ɛno kɔda nkyɛn wɔn kyerɛ mu a ɛnam sɛ wɔn ntua ɔmo kan ntɛm ne nti no salary na no wɔn ɛyɛ garbage sanase mɛka sɛ nyɛma a wɔn awia a wɔn to kone no sɛ bi wɔn ayɛ aduane nyɛma wɔn to kone ne nyinaa no ayɛ esi wɔ kyɛ ɛmɛsa ɛno nso production tontom ɛmɛ bɛha wɔn ɛnu nka ho bi ɛnu nti ɛwɔ sɛ wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn mmɔdemmɔdo ɛkɔ soro a ɛwɔ sɛ wɔn adresse saa nyɛma wɔ nyinaa ɛnso de firi wɔn ɛnso ɛde ɛma wɔn san so raise concern sɛ nkɔmɔ deɛ wɔn nya has team na wɔn san so fan kɔ UG stadium no wɔn fan kɔ Accra Sports Stadium because UG wɔ no ɛmboa wɔn sɛ pitch no ɛso ɔden pitch no so ɛnyɛ papa ɛma ball wɔn bɔ no wɔn brɛ nti wɔn deɛ wɔn srɛ sɛ match saka no nka management no ɛnfa nkɔ Accra Sports Stadium ɛnsan so ɛnfa wɔn players no bi so raise concern sɛ wɔn ate sɛ UG wɔ no amanfo akɔyɛ nyɛma bi wɔ spiritual nyɛma wɔ hɔ a ɛyɛ affected team no ɛno nti management no entu enso anamo sede bia ebetimi aboam emasa problems nyina efu alaja kan bi enso ene players ne kasa ka se nyemo consensus ma raise no omo de beko eye management nanim ema management no aboa ema sabre womo sanso edito management nanim se womo bonuses enso akem bonuses no 3 bonuses ena akem baako wɔn kaso bɛ wɔn double bonus abraham ne kɔtɔkɔ ɛbɛbɔ yɛ saa bonus no ɛno nso ɛmbae ɛno nti wɔn hwɛ na wɔn ntumi ɛnsolve saa problems nyinaa ɛmfɛmfɛm wɔn solve saa problems yi a wɔn gyidie sɛ results no ɛbɛba ɛnso ɛde ama wɔn ɛno kɔda nkyɛn has work wɔn strike wɔn ɛfa no ɛyɛ Prince owusu kwabena wɔn nso de kɔtɔ zɔbɔ kufo mpanyinfo anim sɛ ne contract ɔsign yɛ no ogyidie sɛ sabre mpanyinfo terminate contract no ɛmfama no wɔn pɛ sɛ ɔbɛtoa so esi akan biom ɛde ama akra so bɔbɔko no ne nso zɔbɔ mpanyinfo esi dɛbi yɛ terminate contract no ma wa enye ye ɛnu nti wɔn pɛ sɛ ɔtoa so esi akan ɛnso ɛde ma akra so bɔk ɛyɛ bɔbɔko no wɔyi ɛyɛ nsɛm efiri akra so bɔk meeting a course between the MT and the Hazovok Alaja Kambi wamo Asia players no and for results and manomo share himself weekend that ebeno we met me a ball and kofa akensi bako Dreams FC and as I say wamo enso kasem match omo ball many Diana Stars in kofo kasem ye trick Diana so adentina ye trick clubs ni so ne Dreams ye ntwoma so wamo say omo Dreams womunya boni bia match course womunim de esi yo intawantawa ba between supporters and mienu intem and ma bibi apart from that kra no obi enkoe complain emfa Ghana Football Association se bibi same enso etimi akoso abra womu ene omobo ntie nyade a womu gidie se owose Ghana Football Association womo prosecutor no womo charge womo ti Dreams there womo gidie se bibi biam enso eni omaso ya boni bienu a womo so etimi aye enso hom yento asom ewo other stories yedeni enso ebe kire eye Mediema Sporting Club womo say after meeting no say there management ra charge place no say double no still ewo so mutimi eji double no until say FA Cup match down minim no ewo so mutimi di nkunim weekend na fe league no resume a womo ma team no best of results said be a betimi aboa ema Mediema Premier League no womo so etimi agin yanko the senior national team the Black Stars of Ghana aseye Ghana Football Association penifo ekopiemu United States of America ekoye inspection at the fa Ghana ye venue a ye beko campaign no ewo ho na meka say womo free America memu enso aba bedru na womo bedru ye say the next assignment today nim eye friendly match ye ba babo enunti say general am ben hye e dey to place a womo ebe use omo for that friendly game no womo ebabo modern etimi etu ho anamo general
okay All right, mami nkwa me videos no enso kakra. Yeba kwa Mickey at the other local source na kano. Eba be twired so and see your pages the videos na ready. Ye share kakra sana other local source na ba.
Ye old bote anakra. General no pay de ensembi ne ham kakra. Aka be 2 months bi near be World Cup. Now we share your players here. Teams na ye new work group mu England for ni Croatia for the bia obo no players ginem ebo first 11 ni ade. But ye players here ebi mu injury how mu we share ko feature Mohamed Kudus, Francis Abu, Kojo Pompipra, Ernest Niyama, Salisu Mohamed, Tariq Lamte. Omunyina ewo injury. Atiaze Ushe Ekanesen Thomas Pate Muni Kamadin Sulemana Ali Dusedumu Francis Adu Kwabnamu Jonas Ajetemu Ye captain mu Jordan Ayukra de bia not bench ne nabam kakra de bia not bench ne nabam kakra enti eham kakra because by this time I was a Blasters technical bench no we are very worried because you be World Cup your captain cry to bench I told her need nabam kakra na Bobby second half Mbua because World Cup na yakon de bia senior Andy Kanu ye ne kukudam na ekohia no ye ni big players top class players ne ye ni omu kohia no nti say players appropriate na ya captain cry I told her need nabam second half na dia enra meti say o grant interview Jordan you know say omombo World Cup no qualifiers no inform one kono betumi abo ayade pa and so kan say and on kan jeni the day you say World Cup qualifiers no say one bobby nti on penny baby ntina na omombo na inform nko general ma Andy ni Sir Franco Naro discuss issue we mam and be white madam Carrasco ni old but Accra. Thank you very much.
Sergio mema woni wabidwa for nyina good morning within the promised fashion because I'm free I am free. In fact nyame say enka no kre say ye hwe Ghana football sana ye bo Ghana footballer etoda na wo TV ho na wo hwe kra na waniku eya na waniku say we need jumaya na wo timitena TV ho hwe Ghana football because players no omuntimi even how to possess ball ye ntimi possess ball no player better no waje ball kra eden into no ball na ase no one if your leaders or lead football no omon kan no kra nkyere yen two football administrators are more share teams no so so omo ye omo business and at three players na nkasa monde ball e wo form ankasa so jo nyame se enka no kra tama me ball no ka me down bobola anka has players ni nyina obi ani ho obetimi a strike kama bench o nyina essence o bodobo e wo form ye pass ball ama player ase ye manage maye e areho atoda na woti TV ho e areho ankasa nkwala na mo kasa no kra hwe nkwala totofewa 8 9 10 years na so mo teme kase se mo awini match ye Mba Stadium bioma na empenifo a moye football no de na ka kyerem na empenifo a moda teams na no asembe na ka kyerem e kyere se sisia no ye nyina ye behwe foreign league no Ghana league through local discussions na ye mu bebre na ye free TV on discussions no because more kasa still the value is the same ye hu insisa ye bia medam ase
Sergio, good morning. If I'm bright, because I'm free across Spinters. Sergio, me who post be our Facebook, social media say protocol board any penifo be because some mayor CEO and my protocol. Fredachi Samuel Sekufo and Anaya Amponsa and a free me patron na ya amponsa de yempe ti se jo yesere me pese mo ka che new board na aba ne se na ya amponsa pa de yempe ene za kotoko no yebeje ya hye o mama na gu na ya amponsa pa de yempe Sane aponsa be ba de and kem ne e fe ne say say Franco na re pa mo cho nkwaji ma ye wai na ya aponsa there be ye mpe na ya aponsa yesere mo ye mpe na ya aponsa na ya aponsa wahi hefa there be that's it.
Hello, Sir Joe Pacho. Good morning. Isaac Hasford in the Mission region. Sir Joe, Yamishram Nijumapa Obo. Chairman Sofu Boatin, Sofukitua or Grace Bible Church, and Shine Papa Michiapa, Mijidi Saushe Jola Kashui. Sir Joe, Koto Kuyana made the Biami Barbon, me bar, me come wasem, because I know they are commercial. The woman saying a Chelsea Bobo, and no dear Edea, Fala, Chelsea be winning. Near best Lokoto Bobby Abbey say, on board my bay. Omo fra supporters leaders ni nyinara na omo munhia nto ato adwene mfa kotoko ho omo ngi omo agenkyere senior players a omo abokotoko no nso omo betimi afra wo omo matena ase aye meeting na omo age omo nso adwenkyere kwan ya kotoko ye befa so abetumpon afi media fo no de mesere board we omo abai se kotoko no be konkan pa na kotoko no ye beton ama wiase ahu se kotoko no ekonanimu a media nimu a enye yie. I was so many media houses in Nara Kabum. Omufra omunyina to adwene ne mfa kwan ya kotoko no be first wo tumpon because with that media kotoko ntimi nko animu sa because yenyina yenimu modern boa media houses ni bia bo Ghana has especially sports presenters ni bia bo omu promote game a wo ne hwan Sergio minimum no Sergio timi promote game. Mikai Dr. KK Sapon, Bresuna Kotoko, Monday Monday from 3 to 4. Kotoko, some kwana ne kawo, at that time Angel FM. Say John and host our program, no. Sanya mana chini papa kotoko, na chi domba kotoko, and many pa kondo si abekwa stadium akwa match. By a nay, as a media phone, ya jeja womo. Management bi aba on fa media bi ahon, ti ebe sere kotoko board o ma by say. Omo fa saade we ensi o mani so this season nyame be hira omo dwuma pa ne be konkan Sergio me da ase
Damparo kwaso yemu dodo na no very good when it comes say yeah laboratory problems but nipa kro na man the whole day so on so just say solution ba kokra to problems na waka no and he will find himself wanting Benjamin Asaro afedi ate all over the world, we are seeing a goalkeeper bay, and I'm more say or nyade or not tough match beer. He's not been tested yet in Oyati. To see a why most of just say why one of we good as in I am confounded. And they can't mention anybody's name. Moya Sana Namoya, my yating case, you have something personally against the guy and not his performance. Nebone away ni nyina say bia o favorite team on nama o favorite team ana unto the team no dan ka be ka say the guy is good currently Ghana ni ba bi o goalkeeper bia Benjamin Asare ni good that scene no mom ye nye ho sa mom ye nta na chi no nko ne time so a do be ba na sa ta na chi si ya o problem bia ba no bia atwe ne ho e fa no team ho ana o kam if an opponent who an rival who are no idea and fan home. And that attitude is not helping us. Mummy first support to Benjamin Asare non coach Nemfen Munyamumra GPN Damparo Paso.
Sergio Mechia one abusuafo nyina na enra issue na meta club bi. Did you for World Cup no Sergio me nko ame de menem rekrene memfo aso because they did not pay the deal so we that's why my Ghana Black Star be our we timi sese omonropo no na young guys na eba no so no for bi nkohyem de tabia ka da bia de denom o ma bokro no nzamna de a o ma aka no a yeba no ye hu de o mu da wo mesere se de omonropo no enya ne bone so am fa o ma eba ne bi hyem ene be boy da mase nyame nka mo nyina mo bye
August ne fun le side ka se league no me hu se obi no waje o obi no obetine decide say waje league no But me say kotoko 5 matches ayagba ye win da no enye mama see players ni so mo yiro mo ho pa bobo no ama yetinye win matches atoto aso league ni betimi ade because be din be mama say kotoko team ye kuta ni entimi kwa Africa ye na mama ye ni gwase pa enti ye mpanyifo no kotoko mpanyifo no say problem bi na wo ho no mo hwe no many players no enkasa because management na say problem wo ma mo hwe na mo siesie bibia na bibia anya kama na basa na kotoko da yakoma so nti say bibi say si a ya na higher ne higher pa nti yentimi ma stadium na nya sa ko player be na bi da no so say ba be hwe no player be na be wi ni amaye ne ha be bobo na me ni e dai age nti mo hwe na mo nka bibi ma.
Good morning Seju me chia woni andi ni ko pande tunya mi di mala yisi mi free mi ye video free tamal kampe the Sunday match no kotoko ni Kerala match the referee was on good course angle na mo hwe no untimi fine no judge referee say a penalty. There was a contact of the ball, defender no touch the ball no ansa na ne na ball but though or touch onya touch the ball and yes obo free or touch it nti wo hwe the ball movement why you say you be kiki player and players so si jan auto for players when you are in the 18 your ball is all your own soft not to say be distribute ref and the referee player and here move one chain why you be one say we be twa player no there be and yes sir the referee be hope on contact no nti na wanje no and yes say e bo apayo referee was on the good course and Kerala bobo you mususun judge referee the ball here say rather mu prison because he was both very close who contact into the one. The record you say Kotoko so complaining about record on it was a call or call na okuhu say or chief or yeah or call ye din or call no kuhu no man record because player you should elbow. So referee they would the ball perfect mistake be any ball no dear. Got just that unfortunately near the other angle. Yeah, it take park ni contact. Referee so who yeah contact player the touch ball answer and so it wasn't penalty. Got penalty here the judge with the contact happen or the goal area. And Benjamin Asari also he's going to prove her wrong. Benjamin Asari is training well, he's improving, he's doing well. They didn't call international friend my who saved himself away. I came on the ball and you that year born on the ball. Born a year born, I let down and want to shoot. Benjamin Asari is ready for that. He is going to save. He is number one in Ghana now. Obia no bit match keeper be or a better than Masai. Mediama goalkeeper now more than a bay.
You article best more than 3 weeks training. I am back. You say Yana one mutum why the my article. Is a video ya in the humbi. Na na say you the day you na more you and now mema it's a margin on by ever say on sanka into money the mambo the day you know until I want to say inipa bibia na emre obra so anaso say na tam onu oyi ne ho na oya yon boy na oyi ne ho a Oma eventually Sudan Teddy, South Africa, wake up and quiet. Students, Sabi, no Jana Sopa, no Bobo, by the day you won't even Chisuli. By all the day you come now, now Bonnie into Maubia refugee. Okay, was it on opposition and one of a tell and the Stiniaman over the Omobo. It's yourself and Cransomia chance, number Bonnie be. Made a Zia no may you be any problem. So, face and a performance, or the Sujan and answer Ghana for being any problem. Mimi swa dwen ntem na se ju kotoko so se ya no telephone no be bia na so mo yede ntem na kotoko no season no ayebisi no kotoko ti megida na so se hu se league ayebo de se no yede enka hu bi league Ghana league kofo nyina kotoko ne has and the forum no performance oboda na gyan yakura team ke se mi no obi so aka kwet bi chambu 5 goals enye and then I some consider me say no correct. And me dem ban be Sergio,
me my good morning. You say ohoye. Say adawro ma ketu okreku na me pese me bisa na sam kakra. Ketu okreku. Enti football na wo ye no man. football na wo bia eye woni mem no ket me pese me bisa wo se enu bi na wo ye ya na se nu bi na wo ye di ya na ket hwene ma ye na nye buapaye ene ni da ho boni a wo de tikuro yi mu a wo ye football no ket enye ba kokora ziyi na ye moboro wo man mu na ntimi nyi tim ba ko nsi nchen na me ya domo am akoye krata agni bia ba wo choro so dream self die onukwa na natari agni ye ne ye bo ayi nyina no kra dream self na ni jesi agni enso krata agni ya wo de ba ye nturo bi ma ne da ade a wo ye no faso ni so eni hweva ya bobol wo mumie wo bi mene na wo bia ye wo kum nipa ene wo bia wo ko bi sasem wine ene ye frɛ no court wine ye chokrata asebo no decrete say ni da wo bone na wo ye sa wo de kotoko no na wo pa se wo ba se wo pese wo wie kotoko gu kotoko no a ket seven prebiasa ade bi a wo ye bi ya na wie ye wo ho na wie ye wo ho nti ye yo ket ye yo di edum no wo be sori akonwa ne so akono afi wo be won se kotoko no a wo be ye ne sa no na e bi ana nanom nsem mo kai se kotoko ne ye boso dimemmo wadwene nya wo se kotoko no wo ba ye no wo de woni asi kotoko ne so apese wo wie kotoko no wo be wie no abekwa kwatena nchen no na kotoko nkonwa no ene bosom na wo ho na edi wunya nti hwe ne ma bi ye na wona kakra aka no wudi no ene kotoko ni ye pese ya wo ye nyina no kire se wo ba kotoko ba wa ma football ba.
Yes, good morning. Master Jingu no wonchi Sergio your kotoko ne de enyina ekuen na de bitima ka se kotoko de Sergio se pesi you dia ada se mpa yini abe ma fedechi ana se jojo fili begia ana ya ponsan de esrem emwaye de bitima ka no na ya ponsan de Sergio mo mfa ne ma se fedechi enim dieye jojo free yesu nim dieye hankrofo nyina betima de kotoko amaye madamasi.
Okay, ya wamunyira kwa babiom eba Kessben television we midfield action midweek edition. Abodon kapa osima edu enum. Yemfa emraka no enhwe stories no mu kakra. Na fi mreso na etimi akonkran na yakofa Sadiq enso nkrato kakra de abremo. Kala akwaba.
Ajo.
Se eye.
Yesu adon.
Lumba no be Facebook na Frank nim tumpeson ko na. So ba de kra wo humida. O say
Minini pechin kumehu.
Minini pechin kumehu. To ba de kra wo humida.
Oh humida yeah.
Nakala wo humida.
Na wo nipa.
Jwada bia
uni humida.
Monday bia humida.
Ama wo.
Na bia ujinem.
Monday am crowded. Monday bia humida.
Okay. All right.
Apart from Monday, they be agent.
That bia so many.
Okay. All right.
No person for funny bia
fa. No ando kala we de me.
Yeah, stories mu kakra. Kala me ba ho. Since Monday after Sunday match in Wumbium. Ntina man for kan incident no ne hwan no as
na me monitor say bia ma be hoton say srebo kuma say na me o treme. On say be o tie no da bia na me ko fa ne ba na ade. Say na me abo a say ko back inti.
Okay.
E say dem
Obi srebo kotoko.
Ko si srebo?
No. Obi former kotoko player, former kotoko team manager.
Okay,
be into you.
Joe, me de interview bi to a platform no so. Dwarfs are sending me person menka kaka.
Ebuso dwarfs.
Me say if feeding into the last American say sometimes if a bit my frame po say clubs no for more security coordinators embra no munye training. Clubs no for more stewards embra no mun training yo mo. It surprises you say mo fresh mo fa conform no mun training yo mo stewards. Jo omo mo de baba mo training no da be ko match no omo mo ye tutwa so mo se yo mo ana ye.
Yeah.
So no
With some clubs, I mean, some of them there fine, they almost hear the right thing, but with some clubs, most almost ba as stewards are. Sebio, almost take training, no. Obako no mumuna.
Yeah.
Away team baba on primo, away team see on kwatana on primo officials and kwa ne wan gidi. Most na ka football as say football no. Away team aba. And no matter factor Curtis is a factor so the away team no. Curtis a factor so the spectators, Curtis a factor so the referees, Curtis a factor so the opio about on stakeholders in and Jody Bama one who training almost crown a hard stadium. Look at this, what the Dwarfs PRO or see the supporter who led the attack. First of all, he's admitted said there was an attack. But what I say, if an abanu more, but be complaining. But this is an official of the club. Say the supporter who led the attack on March official joined our game against Legon Cities in the 2021 GPL season is the same person who attacked the match officials in our recent game against Insuapon Fidelity, which was resulted in the 5-match home ban and the 15,000 fine imposed on us by the disciplinary committee. The club has now decided to impose a stadium ban on him, and we would also ask him to pay part of the 15,000 fine. The sad thing is that he does not even pay gate fees to watch our matches. Okorabon on Tresca, trouble kwan okokose. Na ufi se omunim na so munim no. But sometimes maybe any actions no club no benefit. See the be ohunu referees. Oh no, na club no benefit until on be jana man ye. Edu there dey nso ebo ni din. No sir, a see here in 2021 omunya problem. So man sanction no because oya club no nya so faso. Ohunu referees. Oh yes omunya so. But they do there then there. Now they are considering some banning from the stadium. So obekom kra no is steward. Monsieur obekom no is steward. Because I don't know Untiano Oba Stadium. Untiano Oba. He has a role play.
Yeah.
And these are the problems. And I think education, you know, I say, you could see Hamas, if anybody need a media, I say to me, not clubs, not as a new media. Education, you are important. We are in our club, no suffer.
No, we not going to be for so fans society. So I'm going to see what's the banner. Won't mean you will be a clubs.
It's difficult. So, how are you going to do it? Be no a host.
Yeah.
To say to see a World Cup. America for the befa is stewards ni and normal conform be juma one in and be America for the befa. Be the Ghana faka say ye for your idea security idea stewards ba matches.
No constantly. No more ya no more ya no.
But I like the stance that they will
take in Accra and I've stayed there so
the same
thing.
Same. But I am
liking providing security. No, much of
I am liking Dwarf's stance. Now, make be in the past, the actions no, I benefit club no. Leon the benefit, but then they want to take stance. They want to ban him from this because almost away, but it's affect clubs. So if I'm coming now to also say education cost on most of them. So education now, where educating people so back on call as a teacher actually idea say idea in the okona you know search for ya so. But omuya enchobia so nti neya o decide so mu I'm sure say probably be serve us.
And I'm mobile example security mu amode and police and military no. No more adwuma more attend on here.
No,
but the
police are empowered already. Yeah. Police they are empowered already. Be out there trusting Biano. They have the right of arrest.
A lot of these things
they have
is see in the presence of the police.
Yeah, but the problem is see in the presence of the police or a known person. So now or a steward. And that police for us about to say krom wow.
They're difficult.
The ones who human, who need to apana, or human. The police are empowered by the laws of Ghana. Police if what the right is so much will be out there to trust them. It is a Mundo Ghana. I'm the way empowered already. But the mere in fact say or you police you know about crown. It wouldn't take the Ghana association to empower police. No, this are to me, To me, no Ghana bans them. The Ghana Abama police are 2 minutes dada. Ye chum we mean Frankie, a contact police with chum or rise of a tea. Or be invited no cry. Now be I should have man is on duty to go and maintain law and order. I will study more. Joe the right and that. Oh.
Okay.
I'm happy this thing back to some amicable resolution. Meka ko zito ene kotoko.
Yeah.
Ensem no. That time me can me there I say I disagree Kozito ye nyina damfo, but I disagree with the stance no take, especially time kotoko ball league. Say komama ball league we kra na also take you and say ojo second what you car kotem bia. But ball league the car said na ho na car no mu use for matches operation omo dey bibia. Sa na oni wa omo hia car no be use. No the car question sa wom. You don't have use for it. Yeah. Aden ya de mekanti. No, na kotoko na also don na akwa chi kakra. What I say because there's been some gentleman agreement. Anything that sebi in previous also a reason is mutua wono. Internet na in the same faith no. Emma say okay. Sa gentleman agreement any trust na ho na. And I'm say no reason na mutua ka reason no mutua ka no. Na nka sebi o mfo mu ka mom na time no uguso wo ye negotiation behind the since background ni na nka won sa ka sika ne dance jo wasizi ka akosi ho. Na mu hia ka de ma coach na mu hia ka de ma ebia team advanced team omo bomacha won be adwuma na wagika na akwa akwesi would you be happy if a nam car ninti no de ese kotoko nya omo anya so wo so ye kotoko ni say wo no be happy nti sa when nko ade said this I disagree cross to especially when you do not have use for the car akwesi be bia wa car we use there you are disagree so I'm happy say nay or say
just adwuma
coach apia ne na kasama what he says he would release the car and then appropriate time no the outstanding scanner will be paid
60,000
na some edina some
pick back can when
last one I like it yes out of more issues but I like the approach of the new MD so no your football no bia wo hun ndie but obi die e wo mu kakra e chin obi die and Julius has been there. He's gone through the mill in normal mantina on him the way on say issues to her. It's called director Kojameni and committee players ni hunu denti after kotoko match no result papa bi anhya da mai aburu so I draw and I say na de neko so let's go and find out problems now maybe they want to hear from the players and say if indeed problems as so anticipating and one affect you no ma and he come male be I can't modi and account. It is came to bills. He is came to so we are not. That's our moon. Only the right frame of mind.
Young Sekotoko, mama double bonus. Nina mai.
I'm sure we are mama single bonus. Bakwaka. On the mission. Inti. Wako ya wanya we ni no. Problem no. So ultimately identify a problem. I have solved. Oko ya mo kani nyina church we just have solved. Now you go back to the finance of the club. No one so bit clear when na place na timenya we so mutimbo. I really want to delve deep into the rationale behind how to focus a place like say two bills or a camp how a camp Frank.
Yeah, so a complex.
Complex more almost place like into utility bills no. I want to have more education and some my person comment my personal comment on. I want to have more education. I want to know the rationale behind it. Two place now. Normally intesa. Okay. Normally you can say intesa. What I say normally a club no na aye facility na aye woni mina no those bills na must be absorbed by the club no place na freedom but yes and na there will be some regulations there will be some limitations and I'm say club na bills ni e bia only rice e bia wo de water heater ba only rice cooker only say omo kan ba bia authority no etua bills bia na ya na the limitation in terms of appliances obetimi dia ba ho it person me who the rationale behind it I had to folk insist place na into utility bills including refuse. I don't understand it. I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree. But I want to know the rationale behind the answer in my personal comment.
All right. My information I call Dr. Franco Naru Ansana Kala and so
but I'm happy. Just let me pass Mediama is also taking the same step, meeting the place anyway to find out exactly what the problem is. I'm catching say confront catch up see about anxiety be setting. I feel pressure about players. So say dead.
That's it.
No be official we can match in there for so many way. Now some be share on me.
Okay.
General, after has beating Kotoko 1-0 Babayara, Omabo 3 other matches, drawing 2 and losing 1. Na utien komona players no edito eye empanyfo ekohia omonanim Julius ene Alaja Kambi anim na enkomono bi ni se omohwe Legon Stadium na omofo ze ehwo asai enti omonsan fo omonko Accra Sports Stadium. Very interesting. But if you look at more results, one where you are tempted to buy it, has a 4 successive games at Legon Stadium. Almost a single goal.
Yeah.
Nina a goalless. Omni Dreams ball 0-0. Oni Bichim ball 0-0. Oni Bricum Chelsea ball 0-0. Oni Holy Stars ball 0-0. And with all due respect, these are any teams Dreams, Bichim, Chelsea, Holy Stars. Any team and Kessben has per position on the league log a struggle to put the ball there. Into one area you buy that. Say beer stadium in Nenye. Ubebisa who say stadium no money from put the ball. Na why na akose ho. Interestingly, within this period, omukọ away nso a ye sure omukọ omuhye go. They scored a Babayara. Even a dance park, I show two, they scored a goal. So why are they not scoring in their home games? I think they should find reasons to that. Very important, but I don't believe in that spiritual aspect of it. Says stadium na say in Tibeko baby. Sebi say oh yeah, wow they are in Tibeko baby frana. This is the season where omu training grounds where a be man. A Division 1 side be yomu if free FA Cup. So they have to look at the issues. Now, issues no man numerating. A bit difficult. First of all, has in your one training complex. Na on high dying and farmer players. Na players ne to honum no. Enka a ye bed in free ho. Would you compare other clubs are omutia danka a high diamond players and sanu must say to your bills there. And can be a problems in the field. And if you listen to the players, it's not like omukromu complaining so light bill any be a refuge near domua a refuse omu etuao aketua na emano because you know say your father say wa what mess wood and tun to danka na say light bill ne sa na emano so players na na father etil kasu be breed ma ntinkesa aketua no etumi ba Utie nkomo ekoso a omuye pobimama players ni come from first na club ni tuaka. But I'm told said the players were abusing it. Obi kure pia ne bia waso ACS so ana say ne light ne neema na sisi so. Tina bills na kakraka. But I'm thinking said the solution to that problem no enye sesa na tie di obi entua ne de. Ebia sani sitie no ya ma obi or the same what do you call it? Meter. Na meter na yewo quota na amount a club nefa. If you go beyond it, you pay. But say player wa accommodating no now no entua the bills near the there. Na busumi aketu yanso nsamba. Edru baby obi desum ne hye the general. It's difficult to demand optimal performance from them. Nti ora Julius Ghana League ni agitum ne ye din because stadium no crofo ma sponsorship ni ho afi crowd enkaja afi anka ban no say on person obeti say crofo aketu akam enti from the start ya mo bia 1 million yes 1 million no enso but wunya 1 million na asikire ne say e ma komu hare ma wo ye kakra so a ka say timiso. But this is the year we are hearing delay in salary payment, not from any other club than a team like Azovok. I think it's unacceptable. Inti se players na catch romo. Obviously they should be in the known, but se players na catch romo. Omunko to one among has part of the bargain.
Okay.
Then they will be justified in demanding good results from the players. But that's it.
All right.
So what time then come back?
Kwizito
ni kotokonkomo no. Enkomo ni DMD. Because se kuruma mrawa. Se team ye yiwe dia na ofri mu a de pempi ye kan se wo de omo japade e ho nyina ma omo. So mo de oka na omo ntua ya na wada omo ka. Wo dan na ntia o baby a wo koje usika. But they could do level say Shekotoko level, Kwizito level, nation relationship. Then come on kwa yezu omu ezo mutia ne komuntu into a season omuka. The thing come on yana seriously. I'm not so comfortable. Because komoni nyina around Zito exit ni siketiano. Ene sebi a normal in Entasum, a coach who has resigned. As a CA2 and Sika kind of contract, Muna de Mano. And your football assembly, Adania Busu assembly.
Yeah.
Because coach, the win a dear, and I pay the contract, a conference in a D, Sika womb, would the Bemano. Name say I'm so I resign. I'm a mom resignation letter. I was saying. The question then is, how come as a secretary to 20 Sika the contract Muna de Mano?
To say the muscles, my permanent.
I said the in a dino.
Go in a dear, scarce Utiano. Or resign and says can what you
are. I said, Jama 120,000, or what you 60,000.
Just a rainy was a
and Tassum. A be an ebu my yin teen ye. Otasia. A be an uncommon be a Kamuna yen teen ye because it doesn't sit well with logic. But, like I just said, they are finding a solution to it. Say, I'm Zito are return the car now. And whatever gentleman agreement or I saw Mohena, almost part of the bargain. Omudi omuhuni no mudi mezitu so ni money akwesi happy relationship.
Yes,
na no interview zito ha se unim kra obi a otie bi otim say they are so close that sebi omuchi akro mutimi kekansem bi ompe bi a kira omu. So but me I believe that relationship is important, but true baby a ye adwuma dia e na say ye ma adwuma mra a guide ye a same personal relationship, especially when you be adwuma na ye ya man.
Yeah. Okay. Because it me can catch easy to say na no uniform ti no be two no free na matre ho no. Okotoko.
And the maybe osaka chenza. Yes, who yes areke wo. Nsawo.
You know last we catch easy to odini all right.
They are so close.
Yes. Can you please ask Fredachi his take on what happened at Tuba and the supposed murder threat on Atapoku in the Dreams Aduana game? For it seems the FA is being quiet on the issue. Okay, because Efrani Nebusa sa assembly and so. All right. So whiskey way by the police officers are always handicapped in such situations. The notorious guys within the supporters are close friends of these police officers, so they find it extremely difficult to apprehend them. Say whiskey, say Fred, and Ediwe, and so Abreye. Referee Gala.
Joe. Because of the weakness, referee Moasem is a bit more should be done. The education.
Oh, CCA. And you're late.
Okay, send them. But the one I'm suggesting, and I agree with you.
Okay.
The number suggests.
Open so your mouth sheba when you got tamale and incidents never not those no kakra
tamale dey no.
Okay, yen shep back quickly. Now, okay. Come say na we create and say you there. I don't know. So now so ntiapo. Ana
man kasa me ntiapo.
Na yes.
Me say my business man obi na am tell man abasa.
Okay.
Me me obi.
So dey catch me and na so dey okay. O dey me ntiwe. Now so ne adwin. Okay, yen shep say incident we. Yes.
Kotoko claim penalty no.
Yeah.
Jones the be a referee and your my anticipation and matter be a hotel because so your ball now the defender no call ball no so no. Once the ball changes direction. It changes direction pa we a referee no take because the defender the ball no. So on the make sure no. So all the na ball ni ye pa o. Once the defender no corner 9 left no we kasa once just our ball na free na we are bonechi. So on the make sure no. So make me a benefit because he was so close to the action. So I can give him a benefit of the doubt. Or the penalty I mean blemuno. And I want you I mean blemuno.
I don't want you blemuno.
What's that?
I don't want you blemuno.
That's because I won't say defender no. Defender he went in for the ball. And in fact he succeeded. The defender went in for the ball and all succeeded here. And he said, oh you close to the action.
Attacker.
The make no dey you say osenka oye na dwene say me nkobobi di ananko who said the intention was to go so be a player no but you could see say he went in for the ball changes direction. That means he said onu mo ball na e be attacker the ball no defender dey na echi so they say so close action now. So looking at this no
if he takes a penalty, fine. If he didn't take, fine. But me a man say because he was close to the incident, he saw best. And any angle that and when he money at the bishop be that's the angle where any shot or the penalty, I won't blame him. That is what I can say.
Okay. Yemba kunka wena fe quickly yanko enkran Emra Sisia Kumasi Santi Kotoko's lone goal defeat to Karela has amply demonstrated that the current IMC has rendered the greatest disservice to the Kotoko fraternity. Okay. Is an assistant coach technically better than the main coach? Hearts of folks should commend Suarez, Kevin or CSB for saving Hearts of folk from football ignominy. Kekusi Ejoso Bishanse Unadi we so abreye. The toss on another message by as a brofono sosono young comra na
Kotoko claims a red card.
O say a higher incident we so we know say handball. And so we Kalaiza we watch him in answer about better. How does it to me now?
Because during the weekend, I'm busy. I'm busy. So now me TM program no. It's a many exceptional. Even that time now the higher education one day.
Okay.
Right.
All right. BYG. Who comments we are now?
Oh, me dey na house for the no players no. Eni say Legon, nye Legon na omo abeka say ho na top for no mo yade. Obeka ya. Your ball first 5 matches. Na house a share baako pe e wa Accra Sports Stadium. Okay. That was against 11 Wonders. Omo share 1. No mabo goalless draw against War United and no ye debutant. No mabo draw against Pando Out of Lions. No mabo 2-2 against Bebiani Gold Stars. Until omo only win wo krum no. Na our pitch no was against 11 Wonders.
Who can cry?
Yes, Accra Sports. And no more by say Accra nye and at the end na top 4 no. Baby omo boy ye Legon ho mu husu ye pa. Obeka last season kwa has in home game eko eye Legon ho ansa na ewie season no. Until Legon no a good venue e de ma players no ne has team no. And omo de spiritual concern ba Accra Sports Stadium and omo move to Legon. And omo ko Legon no so no. Omo first 3 matches omo be shema has folk benya a good position. E ma na obi e kan yankase enkonkran. Omo she Nations so, omo she Samates so. And omo she Vision FC. And obeka ya afiwe has goals a wasa a doors who Ghana League me 3. And it was against 11 Wonders. I with the same pitch. Second round. Until Ura has goals who could have was a pa fia. E wo fie na. Ushemua sa grounds one eso aboa crash of just that recent matches on my bono and a goalless number. It's baby our bar we unbeaten if from last season. Any baby a wo ho na wo se yenye no yen san ku ye na fine pitch ne nya metimi no ma ya adwene omo ye players omo shine just pitch ne nya na o ma koma no atu but to the extent say omo raise concern say em say Accra Stadium be sa abo team no it is said that be almost a concran na niam anko o be sa timi aba be catch obi because a na more movie after 5 games kotoko be share mo say no ma 5 matches ma win 1 pe ma draw me and lose ba ko ntie ho nye mo nko Legon and obi ate ase se na ma je to na top 4 mo ne Bebiani Gold Stars nya ataye na mo ko share Olympic G Democracy Cup ntie na the best grounds for you. And a movie conti actually as but I also for players no baby I me no mo nya adwene kakra say fine aketwa ne mai but the last time you twa 2 cash bomb no 2 months salary bomb boso me mayo before Kotoko game na ye 15 February ti omo di aketwa na bia on the 11 12 13 fukra boso me mu ani eti waje double bonus ana salary plus bonus or yes atwa ya eti mu ntimi ngigigi scan to bolengu General. It is something inferior. Near maybe 1 month.
4 months. No, 2 months. I
know, but say who still say now a samana di gari.
I'm good to camera. Sadik. Yankona Omonfa Mukrato Kakra and my Mumaya Suniti is Sadik.
ayasheda di no bra no ntine hahama kabom asone so krogyen e de abrew e wo mpotemu no ye de ho adanse enso e de achew. Ignorance is no excuse when it comes to your health. Se bawa po mu den ho a na minnim me hunu me ante na ebi a wo chena nka mehwe enye excuse. The mere fact that their aircos wo nipadua a airdan na di chew no wunim ensunsanso a ebetumi di abrew no eno enkyere se yare na ba emane ma. That is what I mean by ignorance is no excuse. Enti ebi a their aircos wo nipadua no unim de ebetumi akofa brew but se wan so anu enyi na mfiri honom a de bako umpe no eno na unipadua no ebehu no eniti nipadua no eye network of systems baku bia dan ne yonko ansa na etumi aye adwuma mama a typical example ebia untini mu asisi ebia wotaye obi a wotai disrade na mpa ana opemit pa ana de asrade wom ana se ebia wote baby a tai shinra ana ye shibola wote ben bola dumping site bia tembia smoke fi baby ba ana se ebi kwa ye djuma wo ba ye smoky wo ho nti wo inhale sa toxic chemicals no ediko mu sa chemicals ni bi especially zicuate enema bi wo mu a e cause build up of fat ewo wuntini nim eniti no entini na moja ne befam na akọ wadwuni mu akoye adwuma na ma adwuni netimi control body balance any cognition reasoning any balance ni ubi bia no etumi ma ne nya adwuma yie ebi ana wuni pressure but se entini mu yaketwa akoma ne de ehye ene pompi moja no esan se dodo na wo se ekono se opia na enko a ono no ya akoma ne behun se ebi ana pressure na ode pompe no eno na ntumi ama ne nko nti obeye ne didenden ebetumi akofa pressure de abro 1 2 ebetumi ama ntini ni mu aye ha na emu ayemre with time ehu tumi fiti mamoja ni bitumi susogu wadwini mu e de stroke na ebrel etu tumi masrade na adeda intini nim no ebi mu tumi wawai na afe ekwan na aye hwehwe no asan akosi mu kwan na afe de moja no enkokra enu so tumi de stroke brel eniti ade ba ko pe ho asem na maka o entini a emu asi e de pressure brel e de stroke brel eniti no se wo sha se nya science no se we na e koso wo nipadua ni mu a amunum ho a ewo so otu ho anamo because untumi mfa wani mu untumi nyi susu dua bia wo de be susu ato ho se o emre sei e no haw ne beba anase mba se de be ye na ohaw no nto wo kan mu aha e na sadik yen ye bem yese mentwen na enya stroke nansa wutini mu si a de di kan a wo hunu pa ya tun din fefefe ananse wonan ne wonsa oh Debi amekasa Ghana had we are victims of ananse nipa bebre experience ensa ene enaya agene ebi de ye tipaye ni tifaso ni mu na epai na obi so wo hono a ohase de mpane na ewo no obi wo ha tembi ya ni nipadua ni mu hihye no obi so ha ase ne mpaboa mpo ehye no rofri ne nase a ontene na asenka ebusua Sadik Herbal Center say me en China enya stroke ansa moja nintimi mfa intininim enko wadwininim no brain cells ne be hya ase awuwu because oxygen inuani no na ewo moja nim na omubetumi apeke na omudi aye adwuma a multiply na dead cells na ko na foforo asamba na adwene na aye sound no se antumi ankodua stroke ena de obako wie Sadik Herbal Center yesusu biemu say menchen na enya stroke answer kai say ignorance is no excuse when it comes to your health say bawa pom din ho a na minim yemfa nkansem stroke omu nipadua bia whether was school uni school we abofra we penio I mean go ye brakolebu kakra bi na bra be hye young people omo emebunu fresh for omo nya stroke ahomete Flex on 600 herbal mixture and no ni asheda formulate e dia bro say emwa e be horo wuntini mu krogin dia ma signs and symptoms amabobo sui a e di stroke e be bro e be yini nyina afri honom dia ma afa mpanyifo no obi a naturally u age a se wunyini a unipadua no wapomudin no joint na ade ni nyina eyemre e ma wuntini no so tumi yemre eno so ka ho ne dodo mu ɛna ma ɛyɛ mpanyinfoɔ tie enya stroke paa ɛni ti ebusuafo flex on 600 herbal mixture ebetumi aboa na mantini no etumi a revive ne ho biem na afei mogya ne namu a ekototen na adwene no enya mogya dodo etumi aye adwuma no ama ne ho etumi atɔ ne biem eti Sadiq Herbal Center yesisu dua biem enese ma enchen na enya stroke cancer you may not know untumi hu unni susu dua odi be susu ahunu se oh ade dia ye me be afe nti ebia in the next 2 years there we are safe into obu ani aguso no nipeduano wo threshold bi a ebedu ankakra it will give up on you. They may catch us say at that time our nipedia will give up on you and respond biem said dia wo pɛ no sa time no one kasa wo nya hoden enough a wo be kyerɛ se to flex on mame ebi ananipa na ɔte ho ahwɛ no when nya access to a drone no that time na akwakɔ wie nsɛm bebre flex on 600 herbal mixture yedroi dia onya science amabobo sui a ekofa stroke dia bre ne betumi anom dia onya science no obetumi anom dia onya stroke no foforo kra onu so betumi anom yedroi ye wo 1 liter bottle kese kakra ene ye wo 500 ml so wo ho so won saka 1 liter na mia wani wan kasa eye discipline na watch bi anom 1 bottle 4 weeks a eye bosome no wan kasa fa wo to aduro no so nanu maduro no dodo na ya hye wo seye no na entumi manipedua no maximum protection against the area your friend stroke ebetumi akọ aye wo moa bebre eni ntimi awani na ye aduro ni mayen said ye cheche mu no na etumi de mfasodo bebre e de abrel doctor was standby sisi ame no e kasei or chen so oni obedi nkomo chemical shop pharmacies and herbal centers dia eben ubia ubisa ubenya biato se ubisa baako mienu na se wonsa anka yedro ni bia ubetumi afreyen e was 0244 153511 and I say 020-800-9178. Now, Sadiq Herbal Powder and Elephant Herbal Mixture ewo Jamanso. Koko as ewo also as a mana. Ebetumi ma mema sem enko ye. Ebetumi ma eja usisi yawe. So we obana koko wa also. One Sadiq Herbal Powder and Elephant Herbal Mixture. Na entu asye. Na damia wadom na ukonyinsen hormonal imbalance a ebe koso oni peduanim koko no ebe ye west obeko ahohiehie mu pa Sadiq Herbal Powder and Elephant Herbal Mixture oba ye bema ye apemfo nye iti ye dro yi na ukoko na sintu nko ansa no waya fa ye funu no oba o makra no fo ntumi numbi nti se a wo makra no fo koko wo so a miaweni na ye dro yi ye powder no wo besegu enum na wawe aduane bia wodi bia wotumi di bi gu so na wadi ebeboa wo ahye koko no ase afiri ho de amaw moja edi akire wo kwa agyanan bia so a wo a wodi na afifiri wo se kokobo ebi wo so a wo pia na ekọ dia abetwa ha wo twa akwaba wo de mene wo to nchia ma wo sanka Sadiq Herbal Powder segu wonum na we na fanso epia so ya numbers a yedidi juma 0244 153511 and I say 020-800-9178 elephant ointment for body pains nipedia no eninkwa kai say ignorance is no excuse when it comes to your health macro.
All right, yensa imra na yemetwa so emfa emama kasima ngotwe pepe na ye peja ye mu kala ma yemra na doposo odi tu dwabia
jo am say da bia ka reference asem na ade kakra komo kakra medidi bebrebe ene ade bia na misua kakra bia afa ho ne se ni pe bia sa wo ye ne kai tam bia odi hu hye ne mu a ontimi enya ade bia wo pe akola bi na oga chen papa se obisa za papa de ndira wo tia me o se me tia na ma kire wade o se wo tia me a wo bo me hu e ma me nhye ade na wo kan ma me ntie ni ye because wo tia me apena me ma hye me se asem kra na di so na papa na me refi me ntie ni ye ɛnu ti saa ehu bi na mpanimfoɔ referees kɔtara radio so baabi a ɛna wɔn di ne yie a ɛbɛpa ne so ɛna abɛkɔ se no all the time no ɛna akɔsi akɔtɔkɔ kora wosoro sɛ ɔbɛgye penalty eti akɔtɔkɔ eti nipa ne ba nyinaa no ɔbɛhwehwɛ mu sɛ bibi si ɔbɛgye eti akɔtɔkɔ ɛba saa na time bi ɔmo yɛ mistakes wode gyae ɔmo na ɔmo nyɛ free gyae ɔmo na ɔmo nyɛ deɛ ɔmo bɛyɛ owie na bibi a ɔhɔ no ma na wɔ correction bi a you call the person to order. Basa wo kodi match na match ya kodi kala wa hwe ni ya ye be punish wo ampa wo koso a be kwa kwa e match na ko fa se na dey so aye no enya ma me da referee nko azo e the whole Ghana etia Ghana Football Association e the whole Ghana eti die na e be fa so e be ni ye enti na time bia me de chew pa ne ade ka che o racket yeso kreku se ye be sre no saa referee nsɛm na wama akɔyɛ sɛ akɔdi ɔno nko ara ne nsɛm no ɛmboa ɛmma referee die no nkɔ fam yie aban bi ba yɛ ɔka sɛ parent teacher association aba bɛyɛ parents association no ɛna na akɔla bi nam stadium a teacher ne tu ɔno ma ɔsɛ mama alomo tu no because teacher ne kɔtɛn na ɔfo so problem ɛna referee no kɔdi match wie a ɔtimi kuro mu nsuta ɔduru ɔno ma good to go ɔkɔ ne baabi weekend ne asama na another match because obi am correcting no mewa semeti hanum na se me chairman of it honuma revision of be catch us Eric Matra ko de wan di ni o ya report you be say ni say omo de be fantity ye pemu ansa na masaya ba weekdays ni nyina no beti be nya instructor ba ko e wo me ho se ena bra stadium training extra bra stadium training copy me say because omo fo say me na me there me the eye of the region or the eye of the district. And now Kodi Bana say you be punish your grana obi amfa no correct you. So these are the things that we are praying say o racket yes okreku. Yes raw. Hwe na sa nkabo mu ne mbra. Say the be ya memi wada gina ko hwe bola. Obi kodi match metimi afra na ka chance so ye ni say be boa no. And akola no obedi match wi a empanifo mu stadium mo nyina instead say obenya time ama mama odi match wi ya no because say owo panyi bia ode no ho ato no so. Na so do ho to panimu no so a ewi a wo kwakwala na unya nim guase. So these are the things we are begging you Mr. Ketias Okreku masa enkitamude ne mra one referee association of Ghanantem ekuo no 1958 na de ba ayo aba ma referee panyini aba GF president da enti de enti na wo ba ye no amasa nka bomu no akoye tente amaye because asa me koba nyoma bi on man referees we fair ne ade no anytime bi an referees da na ehwe ba ye mem tibi a referee bi anu aye time o timbetra radio say ye ntu ayeka because on tibi nka ukwa wo district and region no ukwa ho a esika bi a wunya bi ano region de be ma wo eti time bi na wo nim se ba bi a usika wo no akoma wo ntiri time bi a wo se pani wo regional usuro no ukwa no kotie futuo ukoya match ba edo report bread district no ma district no kai ama regional instructor so kai bi abi ehu sa de we akoye no wo ye papa na wo ye bone ene wo hefa oye wi a wasane the report ko obi an kai bi no wo se de sitie but yen kan hu se ye match report cry to me e my referee ka dem ye time o tro na se wan tro ni ya wo be call no referee ye ma wo ndi biem because of your match report ene wo hefa ukodi match ba first jo koba o friend panifo na o de o matrase no ma mo adwene say ne kosi ye na de actual report ene any hobby na better na nipa no dimesua de na o ye no. So these are the things the best friend panifo na mudi animu no say mo yes answer na representation hu ya na de no eno ne ye ne ama ye ho kire ye no ena ama ye say no for ba bia na referee day in day out there about referee day no. People should sit down and
some
make sure
problems now between rag and the referee for more committees appointment committees referees some problem now what mummy no muntem no and the cause some problem
that's it Joe
and the cause ni nyina
asumi enu kwa grass na sofa
mo am to kwa no e within mo a
Joe
and you bia na
Joe ni nyina ne say ba ko e de senga me de nka mo say branka me ngasa no da. And so, when the issues come, sir, yes, certain issues. So, you emphasize me personally.
Let's go to any group. Referees normal handle matches, against rag.
That's it.
Headed by Mr. George Seja. Friction, a woman, Temuno. Man, she man so us. Answer me, okay, every day, Wabaka.
That is why I made the appeal room, Ketino. Mede appeal this security so no. So now you leader. What me can say referee's performance poorer. Who be at you poorer one kind of paper. Mewa that time no many a catch them Kumasi Baba Yara Stadium say Kalau match na go there one performing.
Look,
na ye woman ni mase atra me kola woman na mama oba correct me ade chia no pa UK Asantis all the instructors and there be Mr. William Menses they will come and tell you say ade we wan ye next time you say because so koba wala once re ba ebesi region so a na region so dey be development and they aboa obo mo enchirima no and it will be a bonnet the by obi aka bi man there. And then no akwala no koba or call the baby we good to go obi tin kran no mom e be select referee ma our region
so the more members no so don't make be almost here
that's it
yeah
and until the
recognition now as a feeling the man rack headed by Don Seja me wo
dabi
anyhow and the bia no more complain is there na mo be ya mo be dey solve sa issues Mr. Don Seja why the report to call Jubilee House. So I can answer.
Oh yes.
So I see say. Or the complaints ni na call one fan ko baby say presidency one of their call.
Some friend na cast. Because I don't know.
The color over coins still. The BC the BC.
Ebisu ni the bia there.
It was all the call Jubilee House. Friends in Penifon town na yen cancel because it's serious.
Edru baby na say wo hwe match. Won't be muko abefaso but you say referee perform here and no crowd many panko stadium so these are the things I am appealing to the FA president send any chon fan nancy on free no on jai my omo music asam no fire ho no who say that here no mo who say me betia na man ko perform here so next time I'm be election some review mo
Mr. Musa Mr. Jose Jesus some no dey call Jubilee House no akosi say
Joe, my name is Kessben.
You be see who that kwakosi because mo say mo nya boafo bia na wakama soma mamo mo nsam nyina na mo kan say efifo na so mo mua mo na do mo pe no mo ye no mo use mo reference ni bi na da bia problems or the nsam na ko Jubilee House akosi say
Joe e be bia na ne papa free waba
all right and then Felicia Oforiwa birthday America and my wish you happy birthday Victoria's Collins na kodum kria no America no go this say my wish you happy birthday Collins on nkwada na abusuan nyina no so wish you happy birthday so hu so ye why America na ya no akai omuso ewo efie W.O. Amponsa Joseph, our 37 military hospital, and they also birthday. W.O. Amponsa Joseph, 37 military hospital. My young wish also happy birthday. Nice man. Shawusu ye na yakopo onshira oma yokodro. Wankasa unia kosia frane. And I say, oni ubia, I wish you happy birthday. Kana,
yeah, Saturday, I say, you could have any answer for money, cry, mammy, kwata. I say, 5 days, you find out, say, my ubia. So, I say, ubia, you for foreign for mobile referees, I'm buying it. I rather than come home, they must know who be on. We see my name.
All right. No, me no pay mu. Ama DJKA and so dom ababa to us today. Amaye. Nyame admochina. You was saying translate the fufu abrem. Yedamasipa. Yakram.